Hello, welcome on in everybody. Hope everyone's doing okay. I am tired. I have not been sleeping enough, and that's been a recurring trend, as you may have guessed. But also happy Pride Month before I forget to say it. Yeah, Pride Month. I'm tired. You can probably tell how tired I am. It's fine. I'm glad to be streaming at all today. I need to turn the audio back on. It's Pride Month, you know what that means? We make gay flops. What does that even mean, Serena? Alrighty, I think I'm ready to go. So, last stream we got to Dragon Roost Island. So we'll see how far we can get today. You're referencing a meme? That makes sense. I forget the exact meme format of that. As I was speculating last time, we're actually spawned outside the cavern, which kinda sucks. Now, remember that we were in a building. So yeah. In terms of the structure of this playthrough, I'm a little bit torn on a few things. The biggest thing I'm torn on is when the hell do we do sea charts? Like, just mapping out everything. Because that's kind of a pain in the ass to do. I think we did everything inside last time, so next up we gotta go through here, I guess. If you want to get to Dragon Roost Cavern, I've got some bad news for you. The bridge is out, there's no way to even get inside. I'm sure you'll understand once you've seen it yourself. As for swimming across, well, you need water for that, and the pond's all dried up. No need to panic, though. I'm sure the chieftain will think of something. Yeah, we talked to you last time, I'm like 90% sure. But anyway, on our way to go say hi to Medley again. I'm not gonna dedicate that much time to this, especially on stream, but there aren't many good opportunities to get a photo of Medley, in terms of, like, this being wait, this doesn't count? Why doesn't this count? That's so weird. Anyway, never mind. Hey, you actually came! I'm really sorry for bringing you to such a dangerous place. I had to. I wouldn't have asked if I didn't need help desperately. You see this place? There used to be a spring here, surrounded by a beautiful pond. It was peaceful and lovely. But then the Great Valu, he became so angry and... in his rage, he shook the mountain. This boulder crashed down, plugging the spring. You can see the result. Oh, but where's my mind? Tell me, how was Prince Komali? Oh, that doesn't sound right. Not at all. I may be partially to blame for the bad turn that Prince Komali's taken. See, Prince Komali's grandmother was the Great Valu's former attendant. She was an amazing woman. I was honored to have her as my teacher. She was kind and brave and unsurpassed in her dealings with the Great Valu. I'm not yet worthy of being mentioned in the same breath as her. If only I'd possessed some of her strength, I'm sure Prince Komali would have felt more secure. Linkle, I'm sorry to ask this, but I need your help. I want to go to the small shrine that's near the peak of Dragon Roost, but that ledge over there is so high. If I could get some wind under my wings, I'm sure I could get up there. So, will you help me? Phew, thank you so much. Okay, pick me up. Then face that ledge and toss me. The atmospheric currents are really messed up, so pay close attention to the direction of the wind. Alright, I'm ready. Don't hold back now. Throw me as hard as you can. So yeah, you have to basically use the ash to gauge the direction of the wind. This might take a few tries, because I'm usually pretty bad at this. So just going to the left. That's forward, so then we throw. Oh, thank you. I think now I'll be able to climb Dragon Roost and meet with the Great Valu. Don't worry, I'll be fine. I may just be an apprentice attendant, but I can understand some of the Great Valu's language. I'm not exactly bursting with confidence, but... Look, if anything happens to me, please look after Prince Komali. This is all I have to give you. I know it's not much, but please take it. You got an empty bottle. Set it to and use it with Y, X, or R. Bottles are great for carrying water and holding other things. Oh, and please don't tell anyone that I'm climbing Dragon Roost. It'll be our secret, okay? Well, good luck to both of us. So, the $1,000,000 question of why do we have a bottle now, and how does that help us get inside? You filled your bottle with water. Try pouring on something that looks dry and withered. So, up here, we have something that can help us out. We have bomb flowers, like the ones across. But these ones need to be watered, so now that we have access to water, we can just do this. And now, we can take out the boulder, plugging the spring. Where did it go? I don't know what happened to... I think I found the water too deep, and it just despawned or something. This game's weird sometimes. I do hope the audio is good. It feels like it's coming in slightly loud, but it's only for like select sound effects, so I think it's kind of standard for high audio balance. I did audio testing and it feels like it's louder than it was when I audio tested, which is always very fun with doing videos and streaming or anything. Hey, guess who completely botched this in practice? Like, I could not line this up for the life of me. It's crazy. So to get across, we need to toss bombs into the little containers that the statues are holding in order to make a bridge. I hope they don't mind them blowing up, you know, presumably priceless statues. And of course I get a first try, because I was complaining about it. I mean, I'll take it. But, neat. First try, good girl. Oh, thank you, Serena. And then we're in Dragon Roost Cavern for our first dungeon. So, truth be told, this game doesn't have much in the way of dungeons. And what dungeons there are kind of unremarkable, I'd say. I had a realization a long time ago that Zelda games can be divided into two separate camps, dungeon-focused or world-focused. And this is one that's definitely world-focused. Majora's Mask, I think, is another one like that, where the appeal of Majora's Mask is the world itself, not so much the individual, like, dungeons. But some are very dungeon-focused. Like, I'd say Twilight Princess's strength is its dungeons, because, to be blunt, I kind of feel like Hyrule Field in that game is very unremarkable, because it's so big and open and just kind of doesn't have anything in it. Beyond, like, a few collectibles and a lot of enemies. It's mostly used for set pieces, actually. Like the big, stagecoach chase. I'm also... Oh, you got a small key. You use it to open locked doors. You can use it only in this dungeon. Words you do not want to hear in a randomizer. But the point being, I kind of am not the biggest fan of Twilight Princess with Dusklight out, which is the recomp. There's actually two recomps, Courage Reborn and Dusklight. Dusklight came out first. I've heard mixed opinions on mixed statements on whether Courage Reborn is like vibe coded, so I would recommend Dusklight anyway. I would have to verify the validity of that, to be blunt. But yeah, at the time of this stream, in case anyone's watching it down the road, yeah, only Dusklight is out at this point, and it's pretty good, apparently. Everyone's liking it. But it genuinely makes me want to go back and give Twilight Princess a second chance. Because yeah, no, I never really vibed with that game growing up. I liked it. I think it's a genuinely really good Zelda game. Hi Peter, thank you for the hugs. Hope you're doing okay. Yeah. We're just kind of making our way through here. But yeah, like, never was the biggest Twilight Princess fan, but I want to give it another shot. You got the dungeon map. You can view it by tapping the map screen on the Wii U gamepad and even see rooms you haven't been to yet. That's useful. Damn right. I agree. Hug the Peter. I always get got by this. There's a choo-choo up here that always hits me, and I don't know why. The only reason I didn't get hit this time is because I did a brief practice attempt to, like, test things out. So, therefore, I actually knew it was there this time, but almost every time I get got by that. It's kind of ridiculous, actually. One nice thing on the Wii U gamepad is you can press the L button to cycle between items and map in the map screen without having to actually touch the button on the touch screen. So I can just quickly, like, flip between items in the map very easily. There are ways to mirror it, to be fair, even on actual hardware, I'm pretty sure. But I don't remember how that works. Again, hence me playing Link on all. This is obviously a not totally stock Wii U. But again, this was directly taken from my disc copy of Wind Waker. Because I wasn't sure exactly how to get into the right file format. So I just was like, you know what, just to ensure it's the right file format, I'm just gonna rip it straight from the disk to make sure it works. And yeah, it works. Thank you for the head pats. Pat the chat if they so desire. I'm not even sure if this is intended, but what I always did was throw a rock at the bomb. Wow, okay. Game's being feisty today, I see. I don't know if you're supposed to do it that way, that's just the logical thing for me. For some reason, I kind of feel like the frame rate's worse in this than the original, because the lighting is like too good actually for Wii U. Fun thing, you can actually get over there with that grappling hook if you have the Dungeon 2 item. This is completely useless vanilla, because why the hell would you, like, not use the grappling hook in a vanilla playthrough? However, if you're doing a randomizer, that's very good to know, because if you're doing a rando, then voila, you can get over there a little bit earlier. If you cannot get the grappling hook, ask me how I know. It's been a hot minute. I think one of my first stream projects was actually a GameCube rando. Right? I think so. Yeah, like, audio balancing games is so frustrating to me because it feels like certain sound effects are coming in loud and Nintendo does not like giving you the option to adjust things individually. Unfortunately, shouts to Mario Kart World having, like, normal and loud as their, like, volume options. Which is, like, great. That's so not helpful. Okay, barely timed that correctly. These are Kargaroks. They have gold feathers. The one guy did ask us for gold feathers, but they're not very efficient to farm yet. There is a farming method later on that we will be taking advantage of. Oh, speak of the devil, you got a golden feather. Keep in your spoils bag. A certain strangeness emanates from the quill of this beautiful shining golden feather. Winged girls are said to be infatuated with these treasures. Yeah, do let me know if the audio needs to be adjusted, because it almost feels like it's coming in loud on my end. I also have a different alert system set up than before, so that's fun. I need to actually update some stuff. Still, the only thing in this, like, new alert system that I can't implement is, like, Ko-Fi alerts. So, yeah, can't do that. But everything else should be in there. I also have to readjust timings on a bunch of things, because this new system has like a fade-in for audio, which is nice in some ways, but given that most of my alerts are just very short sound bites, it made it really short and even more, like, short, because of just playing a very tiny part of it, because of the fade-in. Yeah, hopefully nothing breaks. So yeah, everything should work except Ko-Fi. I even found a way to do something very specific. Hi. Linkle, have you seen any filthy thieving rats around? I know they are annoying, but keep your wits about you. They're only rats. If you spread bait near their nest, they may share their store of treasure with you. Why don't you try it? Do I even have any? I haven't really been paying attention. I think it was in this rando that I did on the stream playthrough, where I completely forgot to get this chest, so I had to like double back for it. I don't even think it was anything worthwhile, which is even better when it's not even something good. That's just dandy when that happens. You got the compass. Now you can see where things are hidden in the dungeon. View the map screen, see for yourself. Hi Chibi, welcome on in. Thank you for the head pass. Everyone's giving me so many head passes, I appreciate it. Given I'm in a weird headspace today. Got a small key, hell yeah. Again, the one disadvantage from a streaming perspective is you can't see the map. Because it's on the gamepad, which is a slight bummer. It's not a huge deal, but it's mildly annoying that you can't see the mini-map, only I can. Got another card rock. It's very easy to like one-shot it before it even takes off. And we got another key. And traditionally, when I'm going through this dungeon, this is where my journey ends, because, yeah. Randomizers are fun in that way. Sometimes you just don't gain enough keys. I think, was it the stream playthrough I did? Where I literally had to do this dungeon kind of backwards, like Deku Leaf into a later section. I think that was a thing. I got a joy pendant. Yeah, we already saw that, for sure. So yeah, we need a lot of those. We're actually on pretty good pace. Things like Troy Pendant farming, Gold Feather farming, and some other like farming type activities for specific heart pieces and whatnot. I will be doing off stream. Who's excited for the state of play? Sony's been hyping up more than usual tomorrow. Not. Here's the thing. If I'm awake early enough, I will react to it. Live, it's probably not happening, so I'll react to it like late. If I don't react to it live, I might ask like Serena to just be like, hey, let me know when it's over, and then I'll start stream. Cause like I don't want to like guess when it's ended and then come in at the very end and spoil the last announcement. I guess I could just rewind and watch on a delay. That's an option too. Yeah, I'm like so torn on this. I don't know how I feel about this, to be honest. I hope it's got something for me, but it's gonna have something for someone probably. There's so many rumors at the moment, and it's just like some dude saying, "Hey, I heard this is happening," and it's like, yeah, no. Again, I think of a post I saw a while back about like. Men do have a fanfiction outlet. It's called r/gaming leaks and rumors, and it's like, you know what? That's actually accurate because people write some wild stuff on that Reddit. Not gonna lie, I check it because it's interesting, and I specifically during lockdown, especially because game companies were so hesitant to announce things. I got kind of like. Not addicted, that's too strong of a word, but I got kind of invested in checking that periodically. And yeah, people are just going nuts over there right now. You got a treasure chart. Hell yeah. Open this chart on the map screen and the place where treasure lies will be lit up. Sail to that area and then use the chart to find the treasure, okay? I think we read that because of Salvatore, but it's fine. Just being safe. But yeah, I don't have much to say about this state of play, not gonna lie. There's a wild-ass rumor going around as of, like, literally today, and I don't even know if I want to, like, dignify it with a response, because it's so out there. I'm just gonna deal with you. Okay, we cannot deal with this, because this actually resets the room. Which means the centipede will be over there again. So I'm just gonna rush it, I guess. Oh, there it goes. There goes the platform. Did that? Okay, cool. I have had oh, I don't like it crawling on the wall. Reminds me of, oh, I don't like it on the ceiling even. I hate that even more. I'm not a fan of arachnids. I'm just gonna be blunt. I think centipedes count as arachnids. Do they? They might be their own genus now that I think about it. Now, I am gonna break this for reasons, TM. Because we do kind of need a fast warp if you want to get the last treasure chart here. But yeah, like, to talk about rumors, the big rumor talk of the town at the moment is something from Capcom at either Summer Game Fest. That's another thing I don't know if I want to talk about or not. I'm not reacting to Summer Games Fest. I refuse to watch any shows associated with that whole group. I thought about making like a video or something on talking about that just to line up all the evidence of why I don't want to. But then I realized, oh yeah, I know someone who personally has gotten like harassment for daring to criticize the Game Awards, so maybe I shouldn't say anything. Like, maybe I should just stay quiet, because I'm like a not white trans person on the internet. Maybe I should just shut the hell up. For my own peace of mind. Which is unfortunate. I wish I could have more sway and actually be able to speak my mind on things and actually, you know, not be shut down, because it just feels like I get shut down a lot. Yeah, is the game too loud, like genuinely? Or does it sound okay? Because I swear it's coming in real loud, like almost to where my voice is at. You got a skull necklace you can keep in your spoils bag. This rather off-putting accessory would appear to be of little value, but shown to the right person is apparently of great worth. This is used for two things. One is optional, I think, and the other is for a heart piece. Linkle, you came to rescue me! Oh, thank you. I have to tell you what I found out. This is terrible. Yeah, game audio. Some creature's doing awful things to the Great Balu's tail. That's why he's so angry. The Great Balu's tail hangs down into the room right below here. There's got to be something in there. I wonder if those mean monsters who captured me have something to do with it. We've got to do something, now, before it's too late. I'll go tell everyone what's happening. Here, Linkle, use this to get out of here. It's what I used to get this far. It's a device we Rito used before we evolved wings. So as Zora? That's the whole thing. You got the grappling hook. This was an item used by the Rito people before they had wings. Set to YXR on the item screen and then press that button to aim. Use this item to latch onto anything with a on it. You can even use it to haul things up from the seafloor while on a boat. While on your boat. Here, Linkle, climb up on that little ledge over there so I can show you something. And there she go. So she's just gonna hang out there for now. I'm gonna break the pots, because it's a Zelda game. Yeah, once we get past this, I might ramble a bit about my feelings. But again, we're going to be interrupted by Medley immediately anyway, so... Oh, you can just skip her tutorial. Interesting, actually. Wait a minute. Can we not talk to you? Oh, yeah. Grab this branch with a grappling hook, and you can swing over there to get out of this area. When you aim at a branch that you can latch onto, will appear. Remember that. Don't you worry about me, Linkle. Get going! Yeah, genuinely did not realize that you didn't need to actually talk to her. I don't know if that's a change in HD or not. Like if GameCube forces you to talk to her by proximity. Yeah, now that we're basically in dungeon mode for a bit, the TLDR of it is like, shows, like, Summer Games Fest and the Game Awards have both platformed a lot of games that I find kind of objectionable to platform, and not just like showing them in like a trailer, but like really hyping them up in like really gross ways. So it got to the point where I just kind of refused to engage with anything with this production. Like, it's a long list. One of the really famous examples is... Oh, the other reason is most of the games that get announced, they're, like, half of them don't actually ever come out. Like, one game, Star Wars Eclipse, which is actually a 2-for-1 for this argument, because it is simultaneously a game made by a really awful person, or spearheaded by a really awful person, and, also probably will never come out if I had to make a guess. And if it does come out, I kind of feel like it's a game that I will refuse to play. Like touch with a 10-foot pole. This is probably a treasure, right? Treasure chart, okay. But yeah, also this was during the Activision Blizzard stuff coming to light, so like the host of the Game Awards literally gave a speech about like we shouldn't tolerate harassment in the industry, immediately platforms a game by Quantic Dream, a company known for treating women badly and the CEO liking to say like slurs about gay people. So yeah, very bad look in my opinion, but then just the constant repeated platforming of like games that are directly contrary to my existence in some ways. So yeah. And like, you know, platforming, like at the Game Awards recently, like just last year, platforming both Hogwarts Legacy and also the new game by the creator of Braid and The Witness, who is, like, not a good person in a lot of ways. So yeah, just a double header. I think both were actually pretty close in proximity from what I remember seeing on, like, social media, because I remember discourse on both happening kind of around the same time. I didn't actually watch, I just kind of vaguely followed it, which is what I always do after a certain point, because it's like, I don't want to sit through some Games Fest anyway, just because it's boring, usually. Like, the way they were constantly teasing people on Resident Evil Requiem last year was ridiculous to me. Just like constantly like hinting of something Resident Evil, like you'll be seeing a new Resident Evil soon, and it's like, okay. And then by soon they meant at the end of the show, but it just felt really annoying. But yeah, like there's the rumor of like a new Resident Evil, in air quotes, new Resident Evil being announced, and I'm kind of skeptical personally. Droid Pendant. The reason I'm skeptical is because we haven't even heard anything about the story DLC for 9. So I don't know why they would announce the next like actual game if, you know, they still haven't even shown the last content for the previous game. Okay, so we have to actually come back here later on, which is another good reason to open up that shortcut. If we want to like 100% this, there is something very helpful. Actually, just in general, there's something very helpful in here. And again, hypothetically, you could just use the Deku Leaf. Thank you for the hydration check. I kind of need it, to be honest. I've been yapping. Oh, that was dumb. That's fine. Where's it gonna put me, actually? It's gonna put me at the beginning of the room, now that I think about it. Yeah, hypothetically, you could use the next dungeon item to glide into that little, like, opening where this platform sits. Again, I'm pretty sure the last randomizer did, I had to do that. Because I ran out of checks, and it's like, screw it, let's try this, see if it works, and it worked. But yeah, that's kind of my take. Off topic, but you have a stupid question. What's your question? I am very curious. Yeah. Do you think this game made cell shading more popular? I wouldn't know how popular it was before this game. That's a really hard question to answer. Historically, I think it was just kind of... I think it might have been Wind Waker that kind of pushed it, but it definitely existed before. Like Jet Set Radio exists, for example, but that's arguably more niche. But I mean, around this time, I think in general, games were moving towards experimenting with this. In general, like, because you have like cell damage, you have Okami that's kind of cell shaded. I don't know if this is what I'm even supposed to do. I might be overthinking. Okay, I'm not overthinking. I did have a brain cell. Cool. Yeah, I think it did help the popularity, but it was definitely coming into vogue anyway, just as like a graphical, stylistic technique. You got the big key, used to gain entrance to the room where the dungeon's boss lurks. View the map screen and see for yourself. Neat. So, we are essentially done with Dragon Roost, to my knowledge. Legit, because of the warp, it might be faster to save and quit than to actually go back manually. But I'm just gonna do it the intended way. Yeah, there's a little alcove that has something later on, but it doesn't actually benefit us at the moment. That was dumb, I just accidentally pressed left stick instead of right stick, because my brain went to GameCube controls. Because in that version you use the left stick to aim the grappling hook. What was I gonna say? Yeah, this is actually a very interesting room. This is like the only place in HD where you actually do have to stop the grappling hook and actually climb up. Because most of the time, with rope swinging in HD especially, you can get away with just, you know, using the default, like, angle, or like height, and then you can adjust the angle without stopping. So it's way more convenient. Actually, where the hell am I going? Yeah, no, it actually genuinely would be faster to save and quit than to walk back manually. This is very silly. But yeah, I would be willing to watch the state of play at the very least. I'm gonna wait to deal with you two. It's like, is this actually the fastest way back? There's gotta be a faster way than just save and quit. You want Sonic news? Yeah, same. I don't know. There's a rumor about Sonic right now, and I don't know how to feel about it. I think we're actually getting close to there. You've lost interest in the Definitive Edition. Yeah, it just sounds like a Yakuza, like, 0 definitive situation. Except worse, because it's like, I don't know. The big rumor right now, which was from that same interview as like the Yuji Naka tea spilling, was reports of a Sonic CD remake, potentially. Alrighty, just quickly scanning the map before we move on. I think that's all the treasures, so the only thing that we need to come back for is the one item here that we can't get until we get a different thing after the second dungeon. It's not even in the dungeon. This game has a weird development history. You got a yellow rupee, that's worth 10 rupees, not too shabby. You got a Knight's Crest, keep in your spoils bag. All who are skilled in the ways of the sword know the value of a crest such as this. Gee, I wonder if we can find someone to give that to at some point. Fairy. Damn it. Yeah, it'd be nice to see something Sonic related at, like, the Sony event. You caught a fairy in a bottle. In your bottle, when your life energy runs out and you collapse from exhaustion, this fairy will replenish your strength. Set it to YXR and use it if you want to replenish your energy immediately. I'm gonna just unequip that right now so I don't accidentally press Y, because guess what? A lot of games use Y as an attack button, not B, so I might accidentally hit Y, thinking I'm playing Breath of the Wild. Hey, so let's try to, like, style on this boss. But yeah, again, if I'm up early enough, I would love to cover the state of play. It just depends on if I can get out of bed. It's not even a matter of waking up, it's a matter of getting out of bed on time. And if not, I'll react to it like an hour late or so. Either 3 or like 3:30 if it goes long. So, this is Goma, I think. Looking more scorpion than spider, which I have no objection to. But you can kind of style on him a little bit. You can actually make it to these upper... Or you can just botch it like that, that works too. You can actually land on these upper platforms, and that's actually way safer for obvious reasons, because it mostly attacks low. So landing on the upper platforms means that you can dodge like attack phases. Frame rate does not like all these fire effects, by the way. This might be one of the heaviest rooms to run in the game. And I actually wonder how it would hold up in like emulation. Okay, let's try this again. There's stuff up here, so they intend for you to get up here. Which is nice. That's actually very nice when developers think about things like this. And yeah, like when he tried to corner us last time, we don't even have to worry about it. We can just kind of skedaddle. I say scorpion, but it's kind of just like all arachnids just kind of glommed together into one really awful insect. Oh, fell between the planks. That was great. I like how we're helping Valu, but we're also definitely yanking on his tail a ton. So like, cool. We're doing a great job of helping Valu so far, which I guess actually is kind of a nifty thing about Wind Waker's. Like sometimes, you know, this Link is arguably younger than some, so their methods are not necessarily the best sometimes. Like, that's a choice, but it works. Anyway, that's Goma. Bosses in this game are not that hard, as a fun tidbit. Like, weirdly easy sometimes. In general, Wind Waker and Twilight Princess are considered too easy. Like, just as a general blanket statement, these are considered like some of the easier Zelda games. You know, part of the reason I just decided against the 3-heart run is I know on instinct I would just run and pick it up anyway, and then invalidate the run and have to restart this entire segment, so that's part of the reason why I'm like, I should just not do a 3-heart run, because I'm gonna botch it at some point. Hey, thank you for the heart I don't need, because we have a heart container. You got a heart container, your life energy has increased by 1, plus your life gauge has been replenished. And, we are home free. Hell yeah. Piece of cake. Michael! Well, Prince Kamali, don't you have something you want to say? I heard everything from Medley. Linkle, thank you so much. I'm sorry I mistrusted you. I hope I can be like you someday, Linkle. You will, Kamali, I just know it, right, Linkle? It's called estrogen. Happy Pride Month. So Linkle, here. I want you to take this, Linkle. Giving you the thing I value most will give me the courage I need to stand up to bad things. I don't know if that works that way. You received Din's Pearl. This is the gem the Ritos claim was passed down from the great goddess. The Great Valu is grateful to you, Linkle. Use the wind god's wind? That's what he said, but I don't understand. I wonder what it means. The wind god's wind. I wonder if what he's talking about has anything to do with the wind shrine that's through that tunnel. Oh, I almost forgot. The Great Valley also names you, Linkle, a true hero. I agree with him. As far as we're concerned, Linkle, you really are a hero. Well, I'm going to go visit Valu. I'll come and see you sometime, with the best pair of wings ever. Hey, Prince Komali! Thanks so much, Linkle. See you again someday. That we will, but for now, we continue on with our adventure. How many rupees did we actually get? Thinking emoji, we have 300. I can splurge a bit, I think. Hi, Beetle. I'm gonna just buy a bunch of bait, mostly. We can also sell things to him. I don't think we really acknowledged that last time, though we did definitely read it out. And there's a reason I'm doing this, for the record. I would buy more, but we have an expense coming up here that might be a little annoying. So, let's go talk to you. It would seem that Ganon has sent those monsters to this place. That would mean there's no time to lose. We must depart at once for the place where the next pearl sleeps. We sail to the north, to the south. Almost said the wrong direction. Can we not get in? Oh shoot, duh. We have to use the Wind Waker first. Like, we actually do have to do this. And then go south, like so. Alrighty, if I'm not mistaken, we want to go a little bit south first. We also want to get bait out for reasons. Again, there's a reason I bought a bunch. Hi, hold it right there, small fry. I don't know where you got your mitts on that sea chart you got there. It looks to me like it's pretty much got nothing but seas drawn on it. It's pathetic. In fact, it's almost an insult to call that thing a sea chart if you ask me. What's the matter, small fry? I'm just trying to be nice here. I'm telling you that you got a problem, and you do. Don't give me that stupefied look. It makes you look like you ought to be in diapers. Just listen, okay? I'm gonna teach you what I know about this island, so open up your sea chart and make it snappy. And then, this maps it out. Dragon Roost Island. There's a real peculiar cave towards the backside of this here Dragon Roost Island. Yeah, real peculiar, but I doubt you'll ever get there to see it, small fry. Unless you manage to sprout wings and fly, that is. Cause you won't be getting there otherwise. That's all I can teach you, small fry. But I will do this for you since I'm feeling so generous. I'll send word to all my brethren living near the islands of the Great Sea. Good bunch of fish. If you see a fish sleeping out in the water when you sail near an island, sail up to it and spread bait out on the water's surface. Trust me, this is good advice, Fry. See, the baiting process allows you to get a chart of the island, along with any info that might be of use to you. I highly recommend you make a habit of doing so. See, you're definitely going to need a reliable sea chart to help you search for things out at sea. I can't emphasize that enough, Fry. You need a well-drawn chart. If you don't get a chart for every island you come across, it'll just be a bigger hassle for you later on. Now don't say I never did anything for you, Fry. Hi, you there, you kingly red lion guy. That's it, I've repaid my debt. I'm done. You take care of the rest. That is an interesting exchange and has implications I do not know how to process. That there's some connection between the fishman and the king of red lions. I didn't know Linkle turned, because traditionally the view goes above, like overhead. So that's like, I think different, that when you're on the boat it actually just shows what direction you're facing. This is obviously very expensive. Having to get all this bait. Here's a fun thing. Windfall is actually marked on the island by default, but we don't actually have the hint from the fishman. In the Wii U version, you can actually tap a little icon on the screen to review the hint. which is very nice, because in some cases it's like they'll give away very important information. There's also a watchtower. I don't know what's up there. That's like the kind of thing you need for a rando, but I don't know about this case. Is that a shop ship? I didn't know Beetle was here, if I'm being honest. Yeah, it definitely looks like a shop ship. I don't think that's even a special one or anything. Yeah, case in point, we got him, or the fish man over here. And we just lock on, toss bait, rinse, repeat. Why, small fry? Yeah, I've heard. I take you want to chart and information about this island. Then start by opening up your sea chart. Ta-da! This is Pop Print Isle. Do you know what a choo-choo is, small fry? No, I'm not talking about the sound you make when you kiss someone. I'm talking about choo-choos. They're those slimy, monster-like puddles of goo that turn the blobs jelly, stand up, and start jumping at you like crazy when you come near them. Well, in any case, there's lots of them on that island over there, so if you see any, I'd avoid them. They can get nasty. Now that I think about it, every once in a while I see the potion brewer who lives on Windfall Island come here. Now why would he do that, Fry? And that's all the info I've got to offer. If you want to hear it again, you'll have to throw some more bait on the water for me. Sorry, but that's my policy, Fry. I can't go find evil on an empty stomach, you know. And with that, I'm off. Again, that's holdover dialogue from the original. You do not need to give him bait again. It's just literally an icon on the touchscreen. Or for the sake of example, just like pressing X, actually. Because X lit up there. Almost just hit the barrel. You know, I'm thinking about what is coming up, and I'm like, I don't know if we want to do this right now. Because it's gonna be time consuming. I mean, like, I want to do it now, just right before an ad break. I don't know if I want to do it. But again, I might not toss bait for Windfall, just because, like, it's already on the map. Again, the only benefit would be hearing what the fishman has to say, which, I don't know what he'd have to say about this, actually. It's probably stuff we already know, actually. There's also, like, the little rings over there. Those have treasures. Those are, like, random. But you can also get, like, beams of light that are from specifically treasure charts. Our timing was almost perfect anyway. It almost is nighttime organically. That's really funny. Eventually we'll get the letter from the guy's mom. I don't want to talk to you again. I've already talked to you so many times. There's also another quest that I kind of forgot about. So we actually need the Picto box for this, I think. Do we talk to you? Actually, there's a fella I've had my eye on lately. He's got such a distinguished chin, and he's always walking back and forth. So, what we want to do, if I'm not mistaken, is take a picture of you. And then, we want to take it and show it to the walking dude. Like so. Oh, a pictograph, eh, buddy? This girl. Actually, buddy, this is the girl I've had my eye on lately. Wow, she really is that pretty. I mean, just seeing this pictograph reminds me of how gorgeous that girl is. But no, I'll never be happy with just a mere pictograph. Never! That's it, I've made my decision. I'm going to get that girl to go out with me. It's gotta be done, buddy. I've got it. Maybe I'll invite her to join me at the cafe bar. For coffee, of course. So what's her name, anyway? Do you think she's nice? Does she have a steady fellow? Oh, I'm so nervous. You got this. Likewise, there should be something for doing this. And then showing her a photo of herself. Like so. Is this how I look today? Why, I had no idea that the gloss of my skin was so perfect. Just look at me, I am so stunning. Oh, I feel so wonderful now. I have to reward you for making me feel so good about myself. Here. You got a treasure chart. Hell yeah. Someday we'll deal with all these. My son picked it up somewhere, and I would imagine you like this sort of thing, correct? My son likes it, so you must too. That's, again, a piece of dialogue that works better in the original contexts. But also, oh yeah, Zunari has the thing for us. Oh no, I'm biting off more than I can chew already. I'm getting a little overwhelmed. I feel like we should get the post box soon. Maybe that's later. Anyway, next up we want to go talk to you. We can help you out now. Because before, we were trying to find the rhythm. Sha, sha. That's it. That's the rhythm I've been trying to recall. Oh, I can feel it. I can feel it, gal.
Yeah! Yeah! Oh! Yeah! Yeah! Oh!
So it's then right, left, down. We will be getting sick of this song, for sure, because we'll be hearing a lot. You'll learn the Song of Passing. That's it. That's it. And it's perfect. I'm perfect. Now bring on tonight.
Yeah! Yeah! Oh!
Hey, what's the matter? Nothing happened. Nothing at all. Why? Because you're not magic, dude. Hey, watch this. We're just gonna flex on this guy. I do like how Linkle has her little compass. That's the whole thing in, Hyrule Warriors, is Linkle's very directionally challenged. Just like MFRFR. Anyway, something I need to actually keep in mind is what the hell's the moon doing right now? Is that a full moon? That's like really close to a full moon, which is funny because I think it is a full moon. Like last night. It was a full moon last night, is what I'm trying to say. So there's that. There's one other thing I can do here for a future setup-y kind of thing. So what I want to do is get the Wind Waker and then make it go to the north, apparently. I always screw this up for some reason. I can never remember what direction they want. Okay, so with that done, we want to go... We want to cut through the building with Salvatore. We're not playing it again, because again, trying to get 20 hits is going to be stupid hard. So I'm not going to worry about that for now. I'm saving my 300 rupees or something else. 300 might not even be enough. We'll find out shortly, I guess. No, wait, this isn't what we do. We go here first. Ow. Yeah, no. Messed up order of operations. A smidge. This one thing I want to do is kind of annoying to do without the Dungeon 2 items. Or pre-Dungeon 2 item. So I actually don't know how successful this will be. But with it facing north, we can hit the switch, and that should turn the windmill back on. Now wind direction doesn't matter. We can do whatever the hell we want with the wind. It's fine. I don't get it, but it's fine. That's what matters. Is there not an easier way to get over to that guy, now that I think about it? I actually don't think we... Did we talk to him the previous time we were here? I actually don't remember. Though a lot of characters do have different, like, nighttime dialogue. It's kind of like Wind Waker, but not on, like, a set routine. Like, when, or I mean, it's kind of like Majora's Mask, but without a set routine. High night, isn't it? Well, would you look at that? The Ferris wheel just started moving all on its own. Somebody must have started it up. I wonder who got the thing going again. I don't know who it was or where he is, but he must be one nice guy. Assuming, of course, that he is a guy. Well, seeing as how it's finally moving again, you should go for a ride while you have the chance. You can jump onto the gondola seats just around the corner from here. Trust me, little lady, it's fun. I actually don't know what that line is in the original. What this says is the guide I'm using says to jump down after riding the windmill to its highest point. Which I don't know if I agree with that sentiment. Because I'd be like right here, like, do I jump here? That feels dangerous. And like it won't actually work. Because I'm gonna hit the roof, actually. Oh shoot, okay. Yeah, no, I wasn't expecting to get this, but it's fine. Never mind, I got it, okay. So I guess next, after this ad break, we will see what's inside this room. I actually should save first. Again, saving is really easy on the Wii U. You just tap the screen. Yeah, we'll see what's inside this room after ad break. Hi. This song is 5 minutes. I should have saved it for next ad break, but it's fine. We'll just restart it probably. But yeah, we are back, ready to go. Just gonna get in position. I should actually take a sip of this first. So, where were we? Oh, hi. Okay, so yeah, we got up here, and I guess all that's left to do is to head on in and see what awaits us. We got a little side room to the main room with all the photos. And a lot of rupees too, so we're gonna like basically clean out Lenzo. It's fine. He won't mind, totally. Anyway, chest number 1 has a purple rupee. That's where you got a purple rupee. That's worth 50 rupees. That's just great. And this one gets a little bit more fanfare. Chest type determines rarity of the item. And the treasure chart. It doesn't determine it, but like the rarer items are in fancier chests progressively. But what we want to do is then crawl through this little crawl space that conveniently is carved out, otherwise we'd be kind of stuck having to like jump down from the balcony. I'm not even sure how Lenzo is expected to get through there actually, now that I think about it, but we can drop down and find something very interesting. Now, I don't know what the game wants of us later on, so I'm gonna take a photo from over here. This is required for something, by the way. Allow me to think. Ah, yes, I first started searching for pictographs that recorded true beauty, about 10 years ago. How interesting. Huh? Who's there? What are you doing here? Were you trying to give me a heart attack? Just cleaning out your attic, sir. Take another photo just to be on the safe side. Now that I think on it, just how did you get in here? Why, I have never even noticed you. What? I'll have you know, I've only come here to have him take a pictograph of my exceptionally beautiful skin. I've been a huge fan of pictographs for a long time now, so don't go taking this the wrong way. I guess that's a hint, if you haven't done the other one, to show her a pictograph of herself. Random question, I think. It's still too early to run into the couple, quote-unquote, who aren't even a couple at this point, probably. Unless they dramatically sped it up for HD. Yeah, this is the bar at night. A bunch of the sailors gather here. Which is nice. Just a second there, kids. Look, this isn't any time for a kid like you to be coming in here. Just trust me, okay? Go on now, go home. Hey, have you ever seen what I call the frightening fishmen? Check this out. The other day I was out at sea on a cruise, and without thinking much about it, I tossed some leftover bait out on the waves. You will never guess what happened. This fishy-looking thing popped up on the surface, but it was no ordinary fish. It had this weird human-looking smile on its face, and just gobbled up the bait. You know, the ocean is so very vast, many mysterious things that we've yet to even dream of life beneath it, sleeping beneath its waves. Yep. Squid. You ever been all ate up by one of them squid out in the Great Sea? Nope. This one time our ship got caught in this dry whirlpool, you get me? What's there waiting for us in the middle of it? The giantest squid you ever seen. All over its body, the thing had these beady, gnarly, glowing eyes. I don't even know what was going on with its tentacles. Now that I'm thinking on it, those are the squirreliest eyes I ever seen. If I ever come across that beastie again, I'll whale him in the eyes. That's what I'll do. What are you doing in a place like this at such a late hour? Isn't it bedtime for all the little brats? Wow, thanks. Nothing better than a cup of refreshment at your local cafe after a long day's work. Nothing. Alright, so nighttime means there's one more thing we can actually do right away. Which is gonna take a bit, probably. Knowing my luck, this is gonna suck. So yeah, we're gonna hope for the best here, basically. At nighttime, this is used for something very special. Well now, good evening. Yes, I rent out the first floor of this mansion in order to run a nightly auction. And actually, tonight's auction is about to begin. Oh dear me, is it ever? Now, it is indeed an auction, but I like to describe it in more simple terms. It is a competition of the very highest order. Oh yes, it is a competition to see who can get the item that is being auctioned. Can you outbid everyone else? Do you have the courage and the fundage? Oh, the drama. Ah, but what's this? Well, dear me, do I detect a hint of curiosity? I believe I do. Fortunately, we welcome bidders of all ages, both kids and adults. Yes, so tell me, would you like to participate in the auction? Sure. Really? Dear me, really? Now, you are completely fine with me not explaining the auction to you, am I correct in assuming this? I'm fine with that. Yes, good, that speeds things up. Very well then, let's begin immediately. It's no time to dawdle, the auction is afoot. On your toes, on your toes! So we have these townsfolk bidding on this. There's a very specific gimmick to winning the auction every time. Yes. First, let me thank all of you bargain loving people for joining us this evening. Dear me, what a turnout. The auction is about to begin, yes? And what do you suppose will pop up as our item of the evening? Oh dear me, I'm so excited I can't stop sniffling. The calm before the auction storm always makes my nose run. Let's get to it. This evening our glorious auction item is this! Our fabulous treasure chart. Oh my dear, what a prize! At last, the suspense is over, but all drama aside, you should know it is extremely rare to even get a chance to earn a fabulous item like this. It is precious, quite dear, very valuable. Yes, listen well, for I do not lie. Let the auction begin. Let's open the bidding at 60 rupees. And... begin! Nope, I'm out. Do you wish to quit? Yeah. Yes, Slinkle, fine, time to go, run along now. Thank you. So, this is very annoying. Every time I'm gonna grab this rupee, just because it'll make my life easier. To my understanding, you have to like travel a certain amount of screens to refresh the auction. So I'm deliberately going into the potion house to just reset, hopefully, question mark, if this works the way I've read online. And again, this actually has the benefit of getting us a blue rupee every time, giving us a slightly better chance at this auction. So yeah, we'll see how long this takes to just get the item we want to show up, let alone getting the item itself. Hey now, here again? Yes, so tell me, would you like to participate in the auction? Really? Okay. So get used to hearing this dialogue an absurd amount of times. I'm actually not sure if the people give a tell of what the item is going to be. Alrighty, just gotta kind of go through this until he gets to the item itself. Fabulous treasure chart, okay. Okay, maybe I'm wrong with what I had heard. because it's not changed. There should be a way to refresh what item it is, but I genuinely don't remember what it actually is. Like actually trying to figure this out. But anyway, post box. Good evening. Letters from Lincoln. We have one letter. Here's your letter. To my son's superior, thank you very much for looking after my boy. This isn't much, but I hope you'll accept it all the same. I politely request your continued kindness towards my son, Kashiko, Baito's mother. And you got a piece of heart. Collect 4 of these to complete a new heart container. More heart containers equals more life. So yeah, trying to figure out how to actually swap the auction house to the next item. That's the wrong song. I meant to do Song of Passing, and while we're here, we're gonna do 2 more things in daytime before trying again. Yeah, this is kind of notorious, like, to get the item you want. So yeah, not surprised. This is throwing me for a loop a little bit. But first of all, we want to talk to you. Nobody understands how I feel. Do me a favor, beat it. What a jerk. How do you manage that right under my nose? I guess he is an alright guy. I don't know what your deal is, but if you talk to them at night, you can actually... Wait, can we not do that yet? You pesky little brat, nobody understands how I feel. Do you hear me? Nobody. Not you, not anybody. Wait, are you trying to tell me that you do understand how I feel? Oh really? Then how about a little test to see if you really do? I want you to take a pictograph of the first perfectly round, pale thing you can think of and show it to me. If you show me something that's exactly the same as my favorite thing, then you win, and I'll acknowledge that you understand the inner workings of my heart and mind. It's quite a simple little riddle, isn't it? Quickly now, bring me the pictograph. So this is only possible in HD at this point because you wouldn't have the color pick the box by now. Oh, that's right. That certainly is the pictograph I'm looking for. The correct answer is exactly what you've shown me. The full moon. Unrequited love may have twisted me up inside, but I can still find peace when I gaze at the timeless moon. And of all her praises, I particularly love gazing at the full moon. I know I caused you a lot of trouble, but thanks. I really mean it. I want you to have this for all your efforts. Just a little reward for easing the pain of this troubled heart. And a chart, of course. There's so many treasure charts. This supposedly has a spot on it that marks where some sunken treasure lies. I don't have a boat, so I can't leave this island to go look for it anyway. Tonight, I'll be asking the night sky to help you find the treasure. Good luck. Best of luck. So yeah, Tsunari's got a whole thing for us, but we'll save that for later. Do we talk to them first? So anyway, you know that brick building at the top of the steps? What a gentleman who lives there has such class. Oh, I know, that mysterious pictographer Lenzo is so dreamy. Oh, he makes my heart go a-flutter. But do you think the rumors could be true? Is he actually devoted to someone special? He just seems too serious about his work to be involved with somebody. Lucky lady, who could she be? I wish someone would take a pictograph of the 2 of them together so we could see if the rumors are true. Oh, that'd be to die for. Okay, we had to prompt it first. Oh, this is... It's a pictographer, Lenzo, and that pictograph-loving lady. Guess we were completely wrong about Lenzo having a girlfriend. It looks as though they're old friends who happen to share the same hobby. Thanks for setting us straight, young woman. We really should stop spreading idle gossip like that. You've taught us the error of our ways, and thank you, we're going to give you something nice. Stick out your hand. Who could have seen that coming? A treasure chart. My little boy found this somewhere. I'm sure you'll like it. For real, we're done in the daytime, so we might have a bit of a grind here. I'm mostly trying to figure out if advancing time like this does change the item in the auction, or if it's determined, like if you just have to wait for it to play out and then just try again, because that's going to take a while, like waiting a minute every time with dialogue, mind you. to get the item. But like, this is kind of notoriously annoying. To get the item you want. Alrighty, what's gonna be? A fabulous piece of heart! Oh my dear, what a prize! At last, the suspense is over, but all drama aside, you should know it is extremely rare to even get a chance to own a fabulous item like this. That is not what I want. As good as that is, that's not what I want. I think that's actually a good sign though, based on the loop of it though. Cause like, oh. 83 rupees, okay. They're just gonna say the number of rupees, so I don't know if I'll read all that out. This might be a good sign, just because I'm pretty sure that's the order that they spawn in. Which would indicate to me that if we do this again, we might get the item I'm looking for. I'm a little scared that we don't have enough rupees for this, actually. The guide I'm seeing says the guide I'm seeing recommends having about 200. I don't know if that'll be enough, but we'll see. Again, it gives a bit of an order, and this should be the next item, so we'll see if this actually works. If it's just changing the time of day, that's actually very easy to do. Thank you for the head pats and the hugs, y'all. I appreciate it. B also skips dialogue a little bit faster. I should be doing that more. To be blunt. Alrighty, is this what I'm looking for? A fabulous treasure chart. No, it is not what I'm looking for. There's a very high chance that this could be the rest of the stream. It's just trying to get the item I want to show up. I'm actually wondering if it's just a fluke or if it is changing time of day that's prompting it. I was really hoping to maybe get to Dungeon 2 tonight. At least get to the start of it. I think we still have time. Because the setup for Dungeon 2 isn't that bad. I hit Y instinctively because I usually put the Wind Waker on Y on GameCube when you actually have to map it to a button. So yeah, again, watch us get this and then botch the auction itself. So yeah. I might also bet over when I need to, just to ensure I win. But I'll explain the mechanics once we actually get the damn item I'm looking for. It would have been faster just to go there, ironically, than to try to get the item to get there faster. It's a bit of a contradiction there. Yeah, I guess it's not a set loop of what items can show up, which actually makes it worse. And we have a droid pendant. That's actually like the worst possible item. But it is rotating, and that's the important part. It is actually rotating, which means that this is working. It's not just the sale chart every time, because that's what actually frustrates people the most about this, is just like leaving and re-entering just causes the same item to show up usually. But like, giving an instance change seems to actually speed this along. Oh, this actually comes back both times, so we can easily, like if we get up to 100, like 500 rupees by the time we get the item to show up, that's gonna be really depressing, but it means we'll basically get it, no problem. It's like a double-edged sword. If on one hand, that means we spent way too much time on this. On the other hand, it means, hey, could be worse. At least we're rich. Alright, again, just mashing through this every time is the most tedious part. Once we have enough rupees to clean them out, then we won't have any issues, because then we don't have to game for a specific item. Again, I don't know if the lineup actually hints at what the item is going to be. Pizza Hut, okay. This part sucks, just having to wait for him to actually do the and build up. That's annoying. Again, doing this loop, we get 15 rupees every time, so we could easily hit 500 at the rate we're going. Which is mildly depressing, actually. I kind of wish they made this a more common item, actually, in hindsight. Given this is, like, literally one of the quality of life changes in this game. Also, making you buy a quality of life upgrade, like, go out of your way to buy a quality of life upgrade is kind of fascinating. It's very Nintendo, to, like, for all the good and bad that entails. And this time we have a fabulous Swift sale. That's what I'm looking for. Alright, so now that we've finally gotten it to show up, now to go over what this actually is. Let's open the bidding at 100 rupees. Mash A. Once you charge the bar, you can make a bid. But you don't want to do that, actually. You want to get somewhat close to the top. You can kind of take your time. It automatically fills up, by the way. Yes, 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 our current top bidder is the worthy Minenko. The bid is 106 rupees. Do I hear another bid? Come on, my dear people, let loose, let loose. So I'm deliberately holding back at this point. Uh-huh, 112. 119. So it's going up pretty gradually. This shouldn't be too expensive. We definitely have enough rupees for this. Yes, 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 our current top bidder is the worthy Minenko. The bid is 132 rupees. Do I hear another bid? Okay. The auction lasts for a minute, by the way. Yeah, it's just a really long minute because of how many bids they do. There was one story event that actually causes the auction to not be hosted at night. Time is running out, dear friends. That's not what I'm looking for. Specifically... I'm waiting for a specific piece of dialogue to mash for... At this point, I can easily mash the rest of the way. I'm pretty good at button mashing. I pride myself on my button mashing abilities. I was gonna say, are they done? So, the hardest part of the auction is you have to do math. At a point. I actually might have charged it too much, because it's actually filling up on its own pretty fast. There isn't much time left, good people. Are you done bidding? I'm afraid it's gonna hit the top on its own at this point, which would actually be very bad. Because then I'd have to refill it all the way in like 5 seconds. Yes, 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 only 5 seconds remain. Are you all done? Is this the end? So now we button mash. Okay. Now we have to do math. What you want your bid to be is 10% more than the current bid plus 1, I think? I forget. So we need to add, like, a lot. I'm gonna go overkill. We have so many rupees at this point. I'm gonna err on the side of caution. That should be way more than 10%. Because 10% would be 21. So, I'm just gonna... Screw it. I'm gonna go all in with that. Oh dearest me, incredible drama. Everyone is struck speechless at Linkle's bid. This is nuts, that wall is bottomless. So that stuns them, which buys us enough time to easily win. And sold! Here ends the auction. Tonight's fabulous Swift sale goes to Linkle for the price of 300 rupees. Dear me, let me just say congratulations! You got the Swift sale. Thanks to expert sail-making craftsmanship, your ship can now sail faster than ever. What's better, whenever you use it, a favorable wind always will be at your back. No need to manually change wind direction. Voyaging has never been more efficient. My dear, how incredible that such a youngster walked away with the prize. I've never seen such a fat wallet. That kid was a bidding machine right up to the end. But now then, on to business. For you lucky ones out there, and yes, also for you not so lucky ones. Let me say thank you for your participation. It must bring tonight's auction to an end. Dear me, such excitement. Dear people, thank you very much. And then they'll be mad. Just look how young this kid is. The way she handles her money is so reckless, young miss. You are my hero tonight. Wow, I'm impressed that it looks like the old gal doesn't win this time. No, why? How? It's not fair. Kid, well done, I guess. The key to winning the auction is to be right in the thick of all the bidding. Be aggressive, it's the only way. For example, try upping the bid by more than just a few rupees. You need pretty deep pockets, of course, but if you play right, your move may just be such a mental shock to the other bidders that they don't know what to do. If you manage to shock them, they won't be able to bid until they snap out of it. Then you can get things for cheaper than they normally would go. Neat trick, huh? Oh, you already knew all that? Well, I guess I underestimated you, sorry. You did it, nice work. Perhaps next time you can take me out to the cafe for a drink afterward. Good question, actually, that just popped into my mind. Does he actually acknowledge that you already know it, if you hadn't won the auction? Genuinely don't know. I'm saving. I don't want to do that again. That took like half an hour to do. That was kind of dumb, but we're done with that. We're free of the auction. And again, the nice part is, we won't have to worry about, resetting the items next time, because we're just gonna clean them out. Maybe even the droid pendant, just for the sake of, you know, cleaning out everything and taking it out of the rotation if it comes up. It's also cheap. I'm stocking up. I purposely held back because I was not sure about how much money I needed. That should be enough, actually. I'm also thinking about maybe starting another side quest that we're not going to finish anytime soon, but at least getting a start on it, but that requires going back to daytime monthly enough. So, first things first, set it back to daytime. And with that done, what we want to do is go over to Zunari's shop again. This is just the Zunari part of the stream, apparently. All Zunari all the time, but anyway, he should be right over here, as always. No, if you wish to speak to me, please, I must insist you do so at my reception counter. Rules are rules. Oh, the item's over there, though. What the hell? Yes, you're the young mistress who purchased my sale. At last, with those funds, I have been able to open my stall. I hate to say that my poor little stall is not an instant success. In fact, it is rather deserted, I'm afraid to say. I think this tragic turn of events is due to the fact that I don't have a wide enough lineup. For, if I'm to be fully honest, I only have one product. To put it another way, I think my stall would do much better if only I could stock rare items that people can't get here in town. Yes, that is what I need. Then it would make plenty of money. Not just plenty of money, it would be like taking candy from many rich babies. No, not even that. By running a prosperous business, I can play my part to help this town develop and become a happy place. Yes, that is the proper perspective. But dear me, if only I had a young partner to help me out, a real go-getter. Hi. Yes, yes, mistress. Now that I take a longer look at you, I see that you have a fine delivery bag, do you not? Dear me, is a bag fitting for a hero of delivery. I have a small request and it requires the use of that bag. A request? Oh dear me, I knew it, young mistress. I knew you would understand my plight. It is a rather long-winded explanation, but please take the time to hear me out. My stall is a kind of general store that makes its money by obtaining rare products at inexpensive prices, and then selling them, with a reasonable markup, of course. However, because I have so few products to sell, the shop remains rather deserted. I will sell anything, I'm a master of the sale, I just need to get some new products. Could you not seek out traveling merchants and negotiate supply contracts with them for me? No, do not look so frightened. I say contracts, but it's just a word. You do not have to do anything very difficult. All I need you to do is trade one of my products for a new product that the merchant has in stock. You see, among merchants, a trade is a proof of a contract. That is to say, it is the merchant's oath. That is what we call it. Yes, yes. Merchants that have sworn a merchant's oath will afterwards send their products to me. It's the way things work. So, as you succeed in trading my products, my product lineup will increase. Do you understand everything I've told you? Yeah, sure. Yes, yes, young master, you are now my new saleswoman. No, scratch that. Starting today, you and I are partners, dear me, yes. A little bit of a spacing issue because of saleswoman being a long word. I give it to you my proof of contract. In other words, this is my merchant's oath. Take it with you, my young partner. I got a town flower. This flower hails from the town of Bright Smiles. If you find a place to set this rather small flower, choose your delivery bag on the item screen and set this item at Y, X, or R to use it. The first thing you need to do is take this to another traveling merchant and trade it for something to build on the foundation of my merchant's oath. As soon as you trade, the merchant you traded with will send his products to my shop, thereby increasing my product line, which will make me quite happy. Well, you're trading new trading partners, the traveling merchants are waiting for you somewhere out there on the Great Sea. My dear, my expectations are high. I realized we should start this because we'll actually run into one of them on the way to our next destination. And once again, after getting horribly sidetracked, we're finally off. Hi. Guess who forgot something? Well, the King of Red Lions let us do this, though. Given this is the opposite direction that he wants us to go, he might fuss at us a little bit. But I would like to do this now, because it'll mean one less thing to do later. But again, very high likelihood that he's gonna fuss at us. We'll have to remember to go back and talk to Anton and Lady Linda. It's too soon for us to venture this direction. We should sail directly to our next destination. Dude, we just went shopping for like an hour. What the hell? Well, it wasn't shopping really. But you know what I mean, we kind of dawdled for a long ass time, so for him to be like, oh, well, you need to focus on your objective, it's like, yeah, sure, we're doing a great job of that by going gambling and auction. For the sake of the King of Red Lions not getting mad at me, what I'm going to do... Oh yeah, there's actually a chest in Paw Print Isle that you can use with the grappling hook. You have to climb up to the point that you can climb up to the top. And what that does is, if you do that enough, you get to a chest with a red rupee, I'm pretty sure. This is the kind of thing that's, like, not important. And, like, no one talks about doing this. Unless you're playing a rando, in which case this could actually be something really pivotal. And by the way, with the grappling hook now, we can actually use it to steal from enemies, and that's an automatic obtain... It basically allows us to automatically obtain their held item. So for example, the bokoblins will always have a joy pendant. The moblins will always have a skull necklace. The Kargarax will always have a gold leaf. So that just guarantees getting that drop, essentially. The island took a bit to pop in, but it's fine. We'll mark things as we go. That's why I keep buying bait. That was the wrong button. Why did I press R? I don't know if I will get into the next dungeon, but we're definitely gonna reach it. Hi, small fry. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be the same every time until he actually tells us info on the island. Fire Mountain. You see that there volcano that's spewing out lava like there's no tomorrow? Yeah, they say there's a great treasure hiding inside that thing. The thing is, everyone who's ever tried to get inside has just been blasted away by the great balls of fire that come shooting off the top. If you want to get inside, you'll have to go find the island that's 1 square north and 4 squares west of here. That's where the power to freeze anything is hidden. Or so they say. Maybe it's not true, but it wouldn't hurt to look, Fry. Genuine question, actually. But the King of Red Lion's telling you not to go forward, just go straight to your destination. I actually wonder if in the original he wouldn't even let you go to Windfall yet. So you like, all the stuff we just did, you might have to wait until after to actually do that. But I genuinely don't know, actually, if that's the case. I'm pretty sure you can go back to Windfall to get the Song of Passing, at the very least. But, like, I'm pretty sure you can do that. But beyond that, you typically have to stay on target. This is an example of a treasure chart. I'm gonna try to be like silly and grab it without actually opening the treasure chart. It did not go well, so now I need to actually open it. Again, one of the lovely things about the Wii U gamepad is I can just easily parse out where I need to be. I went past it, didn't I? This might be close enough. Yep. This was actually greatly shortened. The animation of actually lowering it down used to be way longer on GameCube. There's a lot of small quality of life improvements. I got a silver rupee. One is worth a whopping 200 rupees. It's time to jump for joy. And that's our first treasure haul. I actually want to go slow so I can actually target you more easily. I wish you could use menus on the touchscreen while dialogue is happening, because then I'd be constantly fiddling with menus and rearranging stuff while the fish are talking. Because this is just the same thing every time, basically. Eastern Triangle Island. Tell me, small fry, have you ever caught a fairy before? Because from what I've been told, when you've been beaten to a pulp by monsters and such, and you think that you finally met your match, if you got a fairy with you, then you've got nothing to worry about. Don't you wish you had some candy-carrying fairies around with you, Fry? If you want, we'll go south from here until you see a miserable-looking submarine floating on the sea. Look there. That's all the info I've got to offer. Well, subtle. This island is very important later on. Right now, it kind of doesn't have anything important for us. So, that's a very good hint, actually, and something that we'll probably end up doing along the way. Because, yeah. Why not? We're here. So yeah, trying to fiddle with the menu while sailing, always a good idea. To speed things up, but since you don't have to pause, it's pretty snappy. Again, the quality of life is great in this version, even if this got like a Switch port like everyone wanted back in like 2021, it wouldn't have been the same. Because you'd be missing like the touchscreen for like fast menuing. This is Bomb Island, very aptly named. You ought to come sail these seas on nights when the right half of the moon is missing. Don't give me shivers, Fry. That's all the info I've got to offer. Okay. So that's telling us a hint for a special event later on. There it is. So, over here we have a submarine. Again, off stream at some point I'm gonna go, like, just steal from the Bokoblins a bunch. Take their joy pendants to help out Mrs. Marie in Windfall. But for now, we're just gonna get a move on. And so we have this big ass room with rats and Bokoblins. Are these Bokoblins? Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, is that right? I feel like they had a different name somehow. But I don't know why I think that. If you do enough hits, Linkle will do like a 3-hit, like, not a 3-hit, but like a big, like, finisher part. I'm deliberately staggering attacks so she doesn't do the finisher. Because personally, I find it faster, because if you knock the enemy down, there's no ground takedowns. So it's actually, to me, slower. Got an empty bottle. But also great for carrying water and holding other things. Set to use with YXR, etc, as usual. I didn't read that part, because I think that was the same as the one Medley gave us. So now we have 2 out of 4 bottles, which is great. I wish I'd gotten the fairy, because then we could actually store that and have a free heal, basically, when we need one. But before we actually move on to our destination, I do want to quickly go to the island proper and start a very long-ass side quest that I want to get started sooner rather than later. Okay. Please stop. Okay. We also have these guys who are looking out at the ocean. They tend to indicate where things are. Wait, yeah, there he is. Ho ho! To think that over there would be such a container. So that's another hint for the bottle if you did not find it. Well, we have this. Goron. Hi. Do not throw this away. Keep it. Hey. Hey, have we met somewhere before? Aren't you? No, couldn't be. Me? I'm but a poor traveling merchant. I travel the world searching for rare objects of all sorts, modern and ancient, foreign and exotic. My dream has always been to someday open my own shop, but plans have a way of getting delayed. Now it's been 30 years since I started. Time certainly laughs at us all, huh? And still, day in and day out, rain or shine, I spend my days looking for curiosities and rare items. Which reminds me, that delivery bag of yours looks like it might have some rare treasure in it. If you happen to have something of the quality that one could put on sale in a shop, would you consider trading it? I have many fine products to trade. If you have something you'd like to trade, can you show it to me, please? There we go. Oh, why that's a town flower, isn't it? In that case, would you be interested in trading that for the sea flower? Satisfactory, then my fee will be... For this, I guess 20 rupees will do. Thanks, that settles things. I'll give you your item as promised. Hold out both of your hands. You got a sea flower. The scent of the sea wafts from the delicate petals of this flower from an exotic far-off land. If you find a place to put it, choose your delivery bag on the item screen and set the items to Y, X, or R to use it. So by trading your goods for my goods, we have formed a merchant's oath. So from now on, I shall honor our merchant's oath by sending shipments of my product to the Windfall Island shop. Now you ask why my good friend the postman will take it there for me, so we'll probably go get there before you do. Just go back to Windfall and check for yourself. Thanks again. You have to do like a multi-step trading quest in order to get like a piece of heart. You can also place these around Windfall, which I actually think gives you a different piece of heart. So yeah, there's a lot of side content, and again, kind of like Majora, I feel like the side content kind of fleshes out the world in a way that I recommend doing it more often than not. But with that taken care of, we're actually pretty much in the clear, so all we have to do is, make our way to our next actual destination. I don't even know if we'll be able to talk to the fish here, or if we'll get interrupted. We'll probably be, yeah. Case in point. Control taken away. Yes, do you not see what rises up from the horizon? That is where you must go, Linkle. The Forest Haven. Can't even talk to the fish man. It may appear as though this is but a great tree rising far above the ocean's surface, but is a sacred place. It is inside this grotto that you will find the spirit of the earth, the great Deku tree. You must speak with the Deku tree and receive from him the sacred gem known as Ferora's Pearl. I fear that Ganon's vile hand may have already reached this most sacred of sanctuaries. Go forth with caution, Linkle. I'm actually thinking about the geography of the Great Sea. Because, TLDR, the legend. So I'm trying to think of actually where the major, like, nations would be, essentially, and if that actually maps to where they would be in, like, Ocarina. And I don't think they do, actually.
Bye.
Actually, wait a minute. I mean, there really isn't a Goron place, so that's, like, hard to gauge. There's stuff over there to do, but, we're not gonna do that quite yet. I don't know when the hell I'm tackling that, actually. I'm pretty sure there's a missable enemy here, actually. Like, it goes away eventually, so it's recommended to do it now, rather than later, for the photo quest. Which, again, is tied to that hatch. But that I totally did not do anything with. So, yeah, grappling hook, and also get the camera out while we're here. You got a Boko Baba seed. You can keep it in your spoils bag. This is the source of the evil plant's magic. Perhaps if you can find someone to cook it up, its magic can be unleashed. So keep that in mind for later. But yeah, this is a really rare enemy over here, an Octorok. You'd think in an ocean-y game you'd see Octoroks more often, but they're actually pretty rare in this one. Usual deal, just reflect it back at them and they'll leave you alone. Yeah, they go away after a certain point. The Deku Babas do not, which is the weird part. You'd think all of the evil would go away if you clear the area, but nope. One more Octorok to deal with. I hope I haven't missed any photos. I need to actually double check what counts as a missable photo in this game, to be honest. Alright, so in original, you see all the little, like, lowies? You'd have to catch a firefly here and give it to Lenzo to get the deluxe picto box. So they cut a step out to make it easier to start the quest. I appreciate that, to be honest. Like, no objections to streamlining that. But next up, we want to go and talk to you. The Great Deku Tree, which looks much more like a face in this one. Actually, see, now I'm trying to remember what it looks like in Breath of the Wild. I'm kind of blanking on it. This one has a very defined face, though. I like how it looks like it has, like, one tooth sticking out. But it's being attacked by choo-choos, so we gotta help him out. Just take out as many as we can. The green choo-choos will, like, lay low for a bit. And then pop out to try to attack. I do like the hit stun in this game, especially when you, like, hit a lot at once. You got some green choo jelly keeping your spoils bag. Inside green choo-choos is a magical gelatinous essence, but it can't be used in its current form. Some magic. Keep that in mind. And there we go. I must apologize, I was in error. I saw your clothing and suddenly I felt a longing for an age gone by. A longing caused the ancient tongue to pass my lips. I am the guardian spirit of the forest haven, the Deku Tree. I owe you my thanks for your aid in ridding me of those foul creatures. Tell me, was it not the King of Red Lions, the boat who speaks, who led you to this place? So it is true. Then you have come here because you have need of the Pearl of the Goddess. I see. I knew there was a reason the monsters had begun to congregate in the regions around my wood. Now I understand it. He has returned. Ganon has returned. In that case, we must make haste. Koroks, little children of the woods, this traveler is not your enemy. Let your hearts be at ease and show yourselves. And this is our introduction to the Koroks, everyone's favorite asterisk Zelda race. What do you call yourself? Linkle? Well then, Linkle, oh, this is the Great Deku Tree. I thought it was the Crocs talking. Well then, Linkle, these are the Crocs, the spirits of the forest. Once upon a time, long ago, the Crocs took on human forms. But when they came to live on the sea, they took these shapes. Now they fear people, but to me they will ever be my cherished little children. As it happens, you have come just in time for a ceremony that the Crocs hold but once every year. It is about to begin. I shall grant the pearl to you once their ceremony is complete. I must apologize for the brief delay, but if the ceremony is not completed soon, an ill fate could befall us. So let it begin. Are you ready, my children? We are not. Oh, the Great Deku Tree. Something terrible has happened. It is Makar. Makar! What's the matter, Linder? You and Makar are always late. No, it is not that, oh Great Deku Tree. Makar fell into the Forbidden Woods. What? The Forbidden Woods? I told him to be careful, but still Makar flew above the Forbidden Woods, and as he drew close to it... Foolish little Makar. Linkle, you have heard all this. The Forbidden Woods are right beside the hallowed island of our forest haven. Those woods, the whole region is a vile place that is home to evil beasts. And now it seems that they have taken a child of the forest named Makar. Your presence here is no mistake, I deem. The King of Red Lions likely expects great deeds of you, is why he brought you here. I am sorry to ask you this of you, but can you go rescue young Makar for me? But Great Deku Tree, people cannot fly through the air. Yes, thank you, child. You are right. It is not possible to enter the woods from the sea, is it? Linkle, I would guess from your size that you are heavier than my Croc children, yet I think we may still be able to solve this dilemma. You must use the item I shall bestow upon you and fly through the sky. Ta-da! Forgive me, Linkle, but could you climb up to my crown and get the leaf from up there? So, before we move on, I guess we should talk to all the Crocs, but per tradition. Oh, okay. The Forbidden Woods were once our home. They were peaceful back then. I would guess that our homes should still exist somewhere deep within the woods. If you have trouble anywhere in the forest, just look for the stump-shaped houses. Do you know about this flower? It's called a baba bud. You can stand in front of it and tilt the control stick up to jump into it. Baba buds have this peculiar habit of shooting you up into the air after you've jumped into them, so you can use them to jump up to hard-to-reach places. Okay, so, in a second playthrough, because there's sort of a New Game Plus of sorts, it's not really a New Game Plus, it's like a second quest, like OG Zelda 1 and a few other games. It actually translates all the Hylian, which is interesting. Wow, you're quite good at that, Miss Knight. Just keep doing that until you get all the way up to the top. If you shoot it out facing the wrong direction, don't panic. If you don't tilt the control stick in any direction, you'll land safely back in the Baba Bud. So the Great Deku Tree says that Garbiware, could you be the legendary hero? Has the king at long last found the hero of time? What is the matter? Do you not understand the ancient Hylian tongue? So you are not the hero of time. And then he starts speaking in something that Linkle can actually understand. So yeah, it's very interesting, and for Valu, all he says is, "Oh hero, thank you," and "Oh hero, use the wind god's wind," which is what Medley translates for us. Got the Deku Leaf. Set it to and use it with Y, X, or R. Plant your feet on the ground below and use it to blow blasts of air at objects and enemies. You can also jump in the air and use your magic power to drift on the currents of the wind. Swordswoman, over here! Please, you must fly over there. Over there to here, using your Deku Leaf. From over there to here, using your Deku Leaf. Or you can just say nah and keep exploring. That's an option. I don't know if I want to do this, but like the problem with this is there's no good time to do this. So I'm like, sure. But also going into a Baba Bud restores magic, which is really good. We have a traditional magic gauge. We also have these little jars that show up that regen magic too. Or refill magic is a better way to put it. So now we can glide over there. But the problem is, again, do I want to do this right now? So that's quite the hike. The wind's also facing the wrong direction. We can do this now, it's just kind of a pain. I think we need a pair to do this, actually. Oh, wow, okay. It blows you forward very quickly, actually. I was not expecting that. I thought it was gonna take a little bit longer to, like, glide over, but nope. You're incredible! Did you just fly down here? That's the coolest thing ever. Hey, if you can fly, do you think maybe you can hit that switch over there? Huh? Can you? Huh? You can't see it. It's just over there, up towards the top of the Forest Haven. Don't you have a telescope? I mean, who doesn't in this day and age? First of all, I swore there was a switch to open that. Palace of Figurines, Nintendo Gallery, membership required to enter. So, the switch is all the way up there, and we need to figure out a way to hit that. But ads are actually coming up, so we're gonna pause here for a moment, and I'm gonna take a short break, and then we'll come back and figure that out. The switch is next to your desk. Very funny, Serena. Hi, I have returned. So let's get back to it. I need to reset tracking and all the usual routine stuff. Okay, so we got to this little small island over here. Now we have to figure out how to hit that switch. Well, there's two ways. If you get a later item, you can just be a sharpshooter. That is an option. Not the option I like to do, because that's a long shot, literally. So, what you can do instead is anywhere there are seagulls, you can actually use the Hoi pair to take control of seagulls. So we just need to ram the seagull into the switch, and that will open the hatch. And also drop the ladder, which is convenient for us. This guy is giving a happy mask salesman, and I don't know how to feel about it. And then press the R to exit. Seagull mode. Wild sentence. But yeah, we can just drop down and start this whole ass side quest. So you were a member this whole time. Awesome. Hey, and thanks to you, I got in and became a member too. Check it out. I gave this guy a pictograph and he gave me this figurine in return. Talk about cool. This will be all the rage. Welcome. Welcome to the Nintendo Gallery, Figurine Palace. This is your first time here, isn't it? Did one of our members provide you with an introduction, I hope? Oh, well, no worries one way or the other. We've been losing members due to our lack of gimmicky attractions, but we don't worry. True fans know we're the coolest. So anyway, do you know what it takes to become a member of our club? The figurines we have on display here have all been made using pictographs provided by our devoted members. If you bring me the master sculptor pictograph that steals my breath away, you'll become a member and you'll become able to view the collection in our galleries. And won't that be nice? You have such a pictograph? We have so many at this point. This one actually isn't missable, in the truest sense. We'll start with you. This is quite an inspiring motif. Hurrah, I'm filled with inspiration. Please permit me to sculpt this. It'll be a jewel of a figurine. So what's your name, kid? Linkle? Linkle, is it? Well, Linkle, this officially marks your induction to our little club. I think I should be done with this tomorrow. I'll have to ask you to be patient until then. You can actually give him multiple figures, which is very convenient. This should be relatively unchanged. Figurine making requires love and time. You'll have to wait until tomorrow. I bet you're looking forward to seeing what you're going to get. So, this quest sucks on GameCube. Because 1, the pick the box can only hold 3 photos total. 2, you have to get the color pick the box first. 3, it doesn't mark if the photos are actually good. And 4, I don't think they let you trade in multiple photos at a time. Like, this one just lets you, like, drop a ton of photos on him and he'll just sculpt all of them. I don't know what his cap is, so that's what I'm currently trying to figure out. That was like 4, I think. So we're at 5 now. So yeah, this is way faster than on original hardware. But it still takes a long-ass time, so I'm not gonna do this on screen. I might do it on my own time, just for fun. But definitely not gonna do it on stream, because this is, like, insufferably time-consuming. Yeah, for some reason, Quill doesn't count for that. Also, going in and out of an area, resetting the instance basically forces, like, the King of Red Lions to respawn, which is kind of nice. Shoot. They added, Mario Kart music to Nintendo... Mario Kart World music to Nintendo Music. That's cool. The soundtrack is great in that game. But now we have the fun task of we have to go all the way back over there to actually resume our quest. So this is gonna take a hot minute. Okay, so dodging all you. Yeah, Mario Kart World's soundtrack is real good, I'd say. I don't know how much of the music they would have just added because, you know, I'm not on Blue Sky or Twitter right now for obvious reasons. Because I'm streaming, to clarify, and I'm also not on Twitter, period. I actively try to avoid using Twitter if I can help it. But in general, the point still stands. It's like, it's nice that it's there. Pre-roam music will be added over time, that makes sense. So it's just the main tracks, gotcha. That's fine, that's a fair compromise, because there's like 200 songs in the game, it's insane. You know, now I'm trying to remember what even won Soundtrack of the Year last year at the Game Awards. Again, as much as I was just shitting on the Game Awards earlier, it's like, wait, what won that award, actually? But, like, that kind of goes into the Game Awards as well as me not enjoying it, because it usually just goes to, like, bougie, prestige franchises that I don't get into. So it's really not for me. It's the TLDR. I just realized there's actually more Koroks over here. What do you have to say? We Koroks pass most of our days far away from our sacred forest haven, raising new trees to foster healthy forests on the many islands of the Great Sea. Today is the day we were to return to our home for our annual ceremony. But poor Makar, please, great swordsman, please save our brother Makar. And then you have this over here. This is a separate area. That's interesting. Anyway, hi. Hello, swordswoman. You seem to be in high spirits. As for me, I'm using the fruit of the forest to create potions. I'm called Holo. I wish I could create a potion that would help you, swordswomen, but the ones I have here only seem to work on my fellow Koroks. I know. If you can somehow gain magic power, swordswoman, then you will surely need a potion that can replenish it. Then, if I can get the right ingredients, I might be able to make a potion for you. Oh, but I haven't seen the ingredients that help recover magic power here in the forest. If I had seeds from the flower monsters in the Forbidden Woods, then maybe I could make a potion for you. Do you know about those seeds? So Bokobaba seeds, which we got a few of, I don't care. Truthfully, there's like one thing that I ever have to restore magic over, and it's an optional area that sucks. So, shrug, I might stock up on a magic potion then, but like otherwise I don't care. So yeah, I have to climb this again, so fun. So we made up here. Now I have to do this a little bit again. Yeah, I have no clue how far we'll get in the Forbidden Woods today. We got like 45 minutes, counting like getting there still. Okay. So we're at the top again. And now we have to actually do what they were trying to tell us to do earlier, which was glide over to this very obvious looking arrow over here. They actually add a little drop target for you in this version. Very good, Miss Swordswoman. You've already mastered using the Deku Leaf, but since you're so much heavier than we are, you can't fly very far, can you? How unfortunate. Well, anyway, this is the exit that leads to the Forbidden Woods, where our brother Makar is being held. Please take care of Makar. So yeah, this part sucks, actually. I'm very bad at gliding in this specific instance and one other. So that'll be fun when we get to that. That's the harder of the two glides. This one still kicks my ass a bit though, so we'll see how this goes. I guess you could glide from up here too. Congratulations, Swordswoman. It appears you've finally gotten the Deku Leaf. That eerie-looking island over there is home to the Forbidden Woods. Makara is trapped somewhere within there. You'll have to float over to the entrance from here using your Deku Leaf. But when you're flying with the Deku Leaf, you're at the mercy of the wind. If the wind can't carry you there, you'll fall into the sea before you land. If only the wind were blowing in the right direction to carry you there. I just realized something and I need to actually remember if we can do a thing in this dungeon or not. Because if we can't, then that sucks a lot. Because then we have to actually do this again. Genuinely, this is like the one dungeon where you do not want to leave any treasure chests behind. Because going back here every time sucks. Because you have to do this glide every time. And it's awful. IMO at least. I don't like doing that glide. It just constantly screwed me up on GameCube. At the very least, the game has the decency, unlike in other areas, to put you on this platform if you fall. You don't have to climb all the way back up. So that's a slight consolation to all of this. Nice job, Swordswoman. It looks like you've already mastered using your Deku Leaf. You're a quick study. The first thing you should do is cut the grass around here to replenish your magic power. The entrance to the Forbidden Woods is on a much higher level than the entrance to a forest haven. In order to get up to such a high place, you'll have to catch the swirling updraft. Can you see the updraft, Swordswoman? The updrafts around here move swiftly. You have to time your jump just right, so that the wind will fill your Deku Leaf and carry you into the updraft, giving you the lift you need. Once you're floating on high, just let the wind take you to the entrance to the woods. So the reason this sucks is I have really bad depth perception. So like, I frequently screw this up and miss the updraft. Like, just straight up miss the updraft entirely. So I think it's closer to me than it actually is. And then we have these guys, the little pea hats. A lot smaller than the Ocarina variants, but still very annoying. They also have golden feathers if you need to farm. But drop down and refill our magic. And luckily dungeons do save your progress, so even if we don't finish this tonight, we will start here at least. So it's not as bad as some. I'm so used to randomizers, I'm not used to actually doing this legit. Like, this is gonna actually throw me off doing this legit for once, probably. There's also an optional treasure chart I totally forgot about. Dungeon map, that's very easy. So yeah, next time I'll have to actually remember to get that, which will be interesting. Like, from that upper platform, you can glide to the left around to get to another small island that has a treasure chart. The funny thing is, I don't even know what's on that treasure chart. It might just be rupees. It might not even be worth all the effort. It doesn't actually say what's in it, so cool. This is a room you have to backtrack to later on, if I'm not mistaken, because you need the dungeon item to actually get the chest uncovered. So again, a genuine case. Actually, you could probably cheese it, now that I'm thinking about it. You could probably... Yeah, I don't think you can. Timer. It's a long fall, you'll take stun damage from the fall, and then you'd have to quickly, like, throw the bomb where it needs to go. I think that's not possible. We'll see. And then there's the one special thing that requires an item that we don't actually have in our inventory, but there might be one nearby enough. That is possible. This guide is talking about doing one quest. Huh. Oh, right, that's a thing in this game. The forest water is actually very lethal to the boss of this area. So hypothetically, if you wanted to, you could actually like deliberately get forest water, try to beat the dungeon in half an hour, because it loses efficacy in half an hour, or 20 minutes on GameCube. And then bada bing bada boom, you can just quick kill the boss. Is that actually faster? I don't know. I mean, if you're speedrunning the dungeon anyway, so it actually probably is decently fast. Now that I think about it, that actually is pretty viable, yeah. So the Deku Leaf is very multi-purpose. You can use it to glide, you can use it to traverse these little, like, fan platforms. So we gotta get this little plant thingy. I don't know what this is supposed to be. Oh, good. Piat's just being obnoxious, as always. Why are we going the wrong way? Oh god. This does rot over time. So you actually do have to hustle a bit. I don't think we have time. I think it's gonna decay before then. Because we have to actually line this up. Yeah, I screwed it up. Wow, we actually got it, damn. But also, another kind of hard to see chest here. Again, one of those things where it's like in a rando, you'll probably need to notice. In a casual playthrough, not so much. Actually, can I cheese this? Can I just do this? Yeah, no, that's easier. What am I bumping into, actually? And a red rupee. What a pleasant surprise. So yeah, getting into the Forbidden Woods is, in my opinion, the worst part of the Forbidden Woods. The rest of it's not that bad. It feels kind of backwards in a way. It's funny, this guide is organized by, like, major story events, so, like... This is literally part 7 of the guide out of 14, and it's like we've barely done anything. But, like, a large swath of the last parts of the guides are just... The guide is just gonna be, like, side stuff, so it's very deceptive. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll get, like, right up to the boss and have to stop because of time. Which is a bit of a bummer, of course, but oh well. I'm not hard-pressed to finish this playthrough on a tight time limit. Lord knows I've missed so many streams already this year that I'm not, like, trying to meet deadlines. If I hadn't missed, like, all January and a bunch of streams in the interim, I probably would have actually been done with Wind Waker by now, which is kind of weird to think about. Like, I would probably be on to the game after, which is weird to think about. I'm dreading the game after this, to be honest. It's a game that means a lot to me, and because it means a lot to me, I'm scared. It's a game that means a lot to a lot of people, too, and which also adds a slight intimidation factor to it, where it's like, oh, I hope I enjoy it as much as I used to as a kid, otherwise this will be very awkward. These guys suck. I don't remember what they're called, but they suck. They just stick to you and slow you down, and it's just generally really, really annoying. The other thing is, I don't remember where the compass is in this dungeon, to be honest. Oh, wait, I'm silly. We probably could have gotten that chest in that first room, because I'm pretty sure there's like a Deku stick to burn it instead, and that works. How do you feel about mazes that, like, you don't know where you need to go because it pops up as you go along? Ironically, I kind of do, because I think of, like, Mario Party 5? No, not 5. Is it 5? The Womp Maze? Yeah, that's 5. Yeah, Mario Party 5 has a mini-game like that. Okay, so I went the right way, and by that I mean I kind of went the wrong way at the same time. It's weird, but I can easily course correct just by gliding, thankfully. But yeah, I'm at a point with like, because I never really finished my thought on like the Sony event, I don't really have strong feelings on it. My main hope is that there's something that's for me, because that kind of was the problem last time. Because like, oh hey, the compass, just as I was complaining about it. But as much as I am looking forward to the new Castlevania, and I enjoy Castlevania as a franchise, it's not like my favorite. So I'm still looking forward to it, but it's not like, oh my god, this is amazing, I can't wait to play it day one. It's like, I'll get it on sale eventually, probably, because it's a Konami game, it probably won't stay full price forever. Probably Troy Pendant? Small key. Right, that makes sense, because otherwise we'd be stuck here. I'm so used to randomizers, I guess. So randomizer pilled. Oh, that's not that helpful, actually. I lost magic to gain magic, so cool. Yeah, these just kind of suck, so try not to fight them if I can. It's also a treasure in like the first room that we missed. Oh shoot, that's awkward. I actually don't know if we can get that or if we need a different item. There's a couple chests that I might go back for just because, you know, you get a warp at the end anyway. And we have a lot of cutscene too, so instead of fighting the boss in this part, we might actually just go to the side chests. Again, I wish I remember that one chest in, like outside Forest Haven, but the problem is if we'd gotten it, that means we'd have to do that climb up to the top again, which is kind of just annoying. So it's like, it's fine that I totally spaced out on that. No biggie. So P-hats can be stunned using the Deku Leaf, but they can't really be defeated easily. Like, the sword will work on them, but it's not great, so I'm gonna avoid them more often than not at this point. But I do need gold feathers, so I'm gonna go loot them real quick before we actually leave. I mean, we need like 20 for the guy in Rita Village. And yeah, these have the Deku Baba seeds, because of course they do. The Mothulus also have, is it Mothula? Is that the Godzilla video? That's, like, villain. That's Mothra. Oh wait, that one just has magic. It's the other, there's a variation of this that has, gold feathers. My mistake. Yeah, just, you know, if we're getting all the heart pieces, we will need to actually do that, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I'm also not guaranteeing the most thorough playthrough. Like, if I happen to get everything, then neat. If I don't, then also neat. That's fine. But I'd at least like to get all heart containers. Treasure charts are a little bit more like, I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling. This is not the case for this enemy. But later dungeons tend to have missable mini-bosses. Actually, only one has a missable mini-boss for photo. It's one of the last temples, actually. I'm surprised that counts, but again, this is a case where it's really nice that the game just straight up tells you, hey, that photo works, because I did not think that looked good. Again, not having rumble does make this kind of annoying, but I just find the Wii U controllers have awful rumble, so I just turn it off. You know, it occurs to me this game is actually the only one between this and Breath of the Wild for Ocarina. From Ocarina to Breath of the Wild, this is the only Zelda that doesn't really have like a helper character. Cause like, you have the King of Red Lions, but you can't have him like tattle. You can't have him like give you advice actively usually. He just kind of passively chimes in to help once in a while. So it's very different actually than like Ocarina and Majora where you have the fairies. You got the boomerang. Set it to and throw it with Y, X, or R. Target specific objects by holding the button you set it to and aiming at something until the red targeting cursor changes to a You can target up to 5 objects at once. So neat. I guess I'll put it there for now, because our inventory is very full. So we got 2 little crystals. Oh, this feels weird. This actually feels worse than in the original Fun Story, because in the original it's stationary use, and you use the left control stick to actually aim. In this one you have to basically hold down... you have to hold down the button you're throwing it with, and then use the right stick to actually aim. So, actually... let's see. Yeah, no, I think it actually makes more sense to do this. So I can move while aiming. Like so. Because otherwise, you're just kind of a sitting duck the whole time. There's a treasure in here somewhere. I'm trying to remember where it actually is. So that's moving on. I think it's at the top of the room. Yeah, I see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is kind of awkward. This would be something that would actually be less problematic on Switch if there was like a dedicated Switch port. Because what you could do is you could use a Pro Controller. I mean, like, realistically, my problem would literally be solved if I used the gamepad. But I don't want to hold a gamepad for 3 hours. That sounds miserable. So for the sake of my wrists, I'm going to not do that, and instead use the Pro Controller. But the problem with the Pro Controller is it doesn't have gyro, which is kind of weird. Famously, there was an option for Splatoon, by the way, a Troy pendant. There was an option for Splatoon where you could have the most bizarre setup to actually use gyro on a Pro Controller, which was basically zip tie a Wii Remote to a Pro Controller. I'm not kidding, this is officially endorsed, it is in one of the Sunken Scrolls. It is really dumb, but it is an officially sanctioned way to have gyro controls on a Pro Controller for Splatoon. I think I tried it once just for morbid curiosity, but I don't obviously think I played much multiplayer Splatoon locally anyway, so... genuinely wild that is actually a thing in that game. But now we're on this upper platform, so what we can do is chop this down. Voila! Bring down the house. And then jump down. Next stop, we want to go into this little room. We're on the bottom floor, by the way. We're actually making very good time through this dungeon. We might be able to finish it. The only problem is, again, do I have time to finish it? Because of cutscenes. For the sake of, this is a stream playthrough, and trying to actually time breaks is difficult. If I had started an hour earlier, which I almost did, I wouldn't have this problem, which is the irony. It's like, this is a genuine case of like, damn, I should have actually started an hour earlier like I considered briefly. Because then I could just go longer and wouldn't have to worry about running into a cutscene. Oh, this P-hat is driving me bananas. Along with all the other enemies. There's also one more mini-boss, actually, but it's just a reuse. You have these little, like, snaky hand thingies that I don't really like. You got this one that's way harder to get if you chop down the flower first, so obviously don't chop down the flower first. It's only 10 rupees though, so if you do chop it down first, it's not a big deal. And we have more bomb flowers. Ow. Oh, that's dumb. Okay. It's fine. Eventually, getting through, like, wooden barricades like this is a lot easier, but for now it's a little bit annoying. Again, genuinely trying to remember if we can game the system here a little bit to get an item early, because there is an item in that corner that you have to use a very specific thing to get. And now I'm like, do we actually have to backtrack all the way over here for that? Because that sucks, if that's the case. I'm glad I didn't get that chest then, so I at least have another excuse to climb. Well, then I have to climb it twice, actually. But the hope is, I wonder if it might be possible to actually just toss the boomerang. Not toss the boomerang, but toss a bomb flower from somewhere else. Okay. Well, that's rude. Why didn't it aggro sooner, actually? Genuinely confused by that. But yeah, so in the original GameCube version, you could link up a Game Boy Advance and use the Tingle Tuner. And by doing so, you can actually get several one treasure chest per dungeon using a special Tingle Bomb. So in this version, there's no Tingle Tuner. It was replaced with the Tingle Bottle, and therefore, you can just use regular bombs. That's the TLDR. Yeah, no, that's reachable. Or is it that corner? If it's... which corner was it? I think it's that corner, in which case it's actually very reachable to do without too much fuss. So, to demonstrate, toss this bomb down there. Oh, okay, this might be a little bit more awkward than I thought. Voila! So again, this one is hard to get. The one Dragon Roost is straight up impossible, you don't have bombs. But this one is just annoying, but doable. So... that's gotta be a key, right? For all this effort? It can't just be some random ass item, like a rupee. And you got a treasure chart. Oh, well, that's also good. And the only problem with the treasure charts is I don't know what most of them go to. Hell if I remember. But yeah, very fancy chest. But inside here is something very special. And part of a side quest that's not accessible on NSO because there's no Tingle Tuner support, which is really frustrating. You got the Forbidden Tingle statue. It's covered in sticky sap. It'll be waiting for you on Tingle Island. So if you find all of the Tingle statues, you get like a ridiculous rupee reward. Definitely worthwhile if you can do it. Can I be lazy? Will they let me be lazy here? Oh, okay. Fine, be that way, game. I'll climb up. Yeah, the biggest concern I have at this point is I don't know if I have enough to do in this stream to fill out the time remaining, but I also don't know if I have enough time to beat the final boss of the dungeon and also watch the cutscene. So I'm in a weird bind where I don't know what the course of action is. With the time allotted, like, do I just go long? But then editing it down, because I try to keep the video versions relatively close in time. Like, I don't know if I want to go that long. But then again, editing Pokemon is going to be hell, so it's going to be annoying anyway. So who knows? Alright, so special room. Very ornate chest. So, we want to go up here, hit all of the crystals. I might just risk it, because, like, we got 20 minutes. That's a large chunk of time to just be sitting on hands. Speaking of the Wii U Pro Controller, oh no, where is this going? Anyway, this is predictable. Big key. You got the big key. Use it to gain entrance to the room where the dungeon's boss lurks. Read the map screen and see for yourself. Did I read that out last time? I don't remember reading that. Meds uses it for all of his PC games for some reason. I mean, it's a good controller except for the analog stick layout. I hate this layout. Like, genuinely, I find this layout really weird. Having the right analog stick up high just feels extremely clumsy to me. See, now I'm second guessing myself. It's like, yeah, that is abnormal. It's like, we can't do the asymmetrical PlayStation because then we'd get in trouble. So let's just put them on top. And it's like, do not put them on top. That's stupid. There's a reason no one wants to do that. And like, no one should do that, ever. Okay. So up here... Predictable. Ah, god damn it. Yeah, there's 2 chests I didn't get, and I can get them now, I'm pretty sure. It's just, do I want to? Or do I want to beeline it for the boss, and then worry about chests and stuff later? But, like, coming back here is such a pain in the ass, I'm just gonna do it. So, do this, to activate that, and then bada bing bada boom. I swear I missed something. I just feel like I'm missing something critical. We might go a little bit over time. It's fine. Oh god, these assholes again. Yeah, boomerang stuns, which is very helpful. The sword also basically one-shots these, which is also nice. Yeah, don't have to defeat the small enemies to get the room to clear up. I wish the small enemies despawn. That's the one thing I wish. Because if they despawn, then it would be a little bit less annoying, but shrug. That was not worth it. Troy Pendant. And so this should be the boss room entrance, actually. So what we want to do... Let's go back to the beginning, because there's like... I missed 2 chests. There's one that's like annoying to get, and the other I don't know about. If we can even get that early or not. Yeah, we have such an awkward time. That's like, we might as well just fight the boss, and we'll go long. If we have to go long, we'll go long. It's not a big deal. Is it this room? I don't know if it's this room or not. No, I don't think it's this room. There's a lot of stuff up there. I think it's the next room like this. Yeah, this looks better. You know what? Actually, getting this chest first makes more sense. Again, the main concern is the cutscene is pretty damn long for this dungeon clear, so that might make it go long. We'll see. Nice crest, so that's good. That's helpful for a side thing later on. Once we get the option to farm Knight's Crest, I will also do that off screen, because that is extremely time consuming. The other chest that I'm missing is actually a treasure chart, so I do want to get that at some point. I think it's in this room. Anyone can correct me if I'm wrong. Again, because I'm trying to glide here, I'm not exactly, my hands aren't exactly free to check is the annoying thing. Like, is it up here? It's like I swore there was a chest. It's 1 floor up. Okay, so yeah, we have to go up 1 more tier. Yeah, I actually like the Wii U Pro Controller except for the layout. The layout's a little clunky, but other than that, it's fine. I think it's a decent controller. Oh yeah, we did actually need the boomerang for this, so it's fine that we waited. You can also hit these with a lot of things. Arrows, bombs, just anything works. You just need range. Hookshot might even work on it later on. Spoilers, we got the hookshot at some point. Oh, I meant to... Yeah. I hit the button by accident, so that worked out. So I forgot what button I mapped that to, so that worked out very well. Yeah, we have so much time, we're just gonna fight the boss and hope for the best. One of those has a fairy, I don't want to figure out which one it is, we don't need a fairy. Again, I can do a 3-heart run, no problem, I don't need to worry about too much. Anyway, up here's Makar. He's just vibing. Totally not in danger. Totally fine. No worries. Just ignore the plant that's about to, like, eat him in the back. Like, behind him. And this is, our next boss. I miss how every other Zelda game shows the name of the boss when you fight them. This is Kale Demos, by the way. This boss is weird, because it doesn't really skill check you on everything. It only skill checks you on the boomerang. It doesn't skill check you on the Deku Leaf, which almost feels like a missed opportunity. Okay, so once that's down, what you want to do is, like, jump attack. I missed. I missed again. Okay, so I screwed it up, but you can one-cycle this boss, like, no problem. It's really easy to one-cycle. Just, like, jump attack that deals a lot of damage, and then spin attack. As much as you can, and that can easily, like, one-shot it. So, this might be a 2-cycle, even with the screw-up, like, genuinely. Hell. Wow, this is not agreeing with me at the moment. Damn, because I keep missing the jump attack because I can't gauge the distance quite properly. It's really frustrating, actually. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with the jump attack because it keeps whiffing. You barely even have to wait for the things to regrow before you can start attacking again, which is also really helpful. And also, the boomerang keeps hitting ones I'm not even targeting, which is nice. Like, on the way return trip, it actually takes out a bunch, which is handy. Why can't I target that one behind it? There we go. So this should be it, for sure, this time. With how much health it has. There we go. Yeah, if I had just done the jump attack both times, we would have been fine. It's all good. No problemo. And with that, we're done with the Forbidden Woods. I should have checked if I got all the treasures. Swordsmith, woman, are you the one who rescued me? You have my thanks. When it all went dark around me, I thought my time on the earth was over. But why are you here, swordswoman? What, the great Deku Tree sent you? Oh, that's right, today's the day of our annual ceremony. Oh, I'm in trouble, I shouldn't be here, I must get out of here immediately. And our next heart container. Hell yeah. So let's get the hell out of here. I hope I got all the treasures. If I didn't, it's fine. Again, I think we got all the treasure charts at least. I can verify that off stream and react accordingly. Oh, Makar, you have returned safely. I'm sorry, Great Deku Tree. I know you warned us many times, but still, I did not listen. Do not worry, Makar. You are safe now. Just be more careful from now on. You have done well, Linkle. I must thank you for your brave deeds. Here is that which I promised you. Please accept it. Me being worried about how long that would take, and we got through it no problem. Even with a lot of scraps. You received Farore's Pearl. The Earth Spirit, the Deku Tree, has seen fit to give you this jewel, a treasure of the goddess Farore. It is my hope that this pearl shall lead you to a fair destiny. All is well, Makar. Do not cry. Please, play your songs for me as you always do. Oh, that's right. We must begin our ceremony soon, before the day ends. I'm sorry to keep you all waiting. Let the ceremony begin. Oh, great, Linkle. As my thanks to you, I shall play it even harder than I normally do. I hope you enjoy it. Great Deku Tree, this year you have once again produced some splendid seeds. With these seeds, we will continue to spread new forests across the Great Sea. Let's go, Koroks, to the sea! See you all next year. Take care! Farewell, great swordswoman. May the winds of chance bring us together again someday. And there they go. Like how it actually reflects the state of the moon based on when we are actually playing in the in-game. Thank you, Linko, for all that you've done for me. How was my performance? Did it suit your taste or no? This instrument is the one that the great Deku Tree gave to me on the day of my birth. He said it is an instrument that people played long ago. It has taken many long hours of practice for me to be able to perform at the level I do now. 8 of my fellow Koroks have set out on journeys to create new forests in the world. But both Holo, who studies the making of potions, and I are always on this island. Please come to see us here again. We'll be waiting for you. Oh damn, he wasn't kidding. They actually did all leave. Damn, that's wild, actually. We got 10 minutes. That was way faster than I thought it would be. I thought it would take a while. So, we're gonna go mosey around and on the island a bit more. Double check the, chest that I missed earlier. And I don't know what the rest of this will be dedicated to, because we got like 10 minutes and like... Yeah, no, that went way faster than I thought it would. I wonder if even like the next story thing we can do part of. I don't think we would be able to get through all of it. Actually, don't remember which ledge we have to jump off from to get to the chest island. I want to say it's this one. I guess we'll find out. So, if we go over here... Yeah, there's a small island. This is a different island than the one from before, but the Nintendo Gallery. To point it that way. And then take a leap of faith. There's also a treasure somewhere around this island. I'm like, what if I just got that right now? I can hear it actually. It played the sound for some reason. The only problem with getting this chest is how the hell do we get back to the mainland island? We got a treasure chart, of course. I already said it was a treasure chart, it's fine. It's like, where is... Oh. Yeah, no, this is awkward, trying to get back to shore. That's fine. I wish Beetle's ship was closer to us right now, that would help a lot. I'm trying to figure out if that sound is different, actually. Oh my god, we're cutting it very close here. Okay, we're fine. Good evening. Letters for Linkle. We have one letter. Here's your letter. Dear Linkle, if you are reading this letter, it can only mean that you've peeked into one of our many post boxes. I'm indebted to you. I am very sorry I let you leave without thanking you. Please accept my heartfelt apology, along with my thanks. We cannot do much to help you, but we can at least do this. If we get any letters or parcels for you, we will deliver them to a post box near you. If you see any wiggling post boxes, please look inside them. I suppose you have a long way to go before your perilous journey is done. I've included a gift for you with my letter in the hope that it might help you. Please accept this small token. I look forward to the day that we meet again. May fortune fill your wings. From Kamali's father. So this is why you actually can't really do a 3-heart run in this game, because you have to get 2 heart pieces by default. So this place too has been attacked by Ganon. Could he already be regaining his power? Linkle, you must get the remaining pearl. It lies in a place northwest of here. We must set sail immediately. First of all, fish. I am actually pausing this time because we would go too fast otherwise. Yeah, this works for now. It was around here, was it? I mean, we're here, right? Might as well pick this up. Is that the one? No, that's not the right one. Oh, that is the right one. Okay. So then go over here, and as soon as you press the D-pad, you stop. So hypothetically, you could be really going fast. You could be going really fast and then stop on a dime and be on the right spot. So yeah, instead of hitting the button to slow down and holding it down, you got a piece of heart. You've collected 3 so far. Collect 1 more to increase your life energy by 1 heart. So yeah, instead of trying to slow down, I recommend just tapping the button to bring out the crane, or the Wind Waker for that matter would also work. You actually don't even need to talk to the fishman to see your location on the corresponding chart. That's actually very convenient. Also, like, we've done everything here. It's very funny. It's like, hey, I'll tell you something about the island. It's like, thanks. Totally didn't know that already. Just a wee bit north of here on Bomb Island, I've sometimes seen a merchant of incredible girth with a monstrous pack on his back. Now, what can he be doing on that lonely little isle? I tell you, there are some strange folk in the world, Fry. Interesting. Apparently there's actually stuff we can do now. It's like, do I want to do that now? I'm like trying to think, actually. There's a lot of optional stuff we can do right now. And the guide is saying to do it now, so we might actually start some of that. Just to stay on target so I don't, like, lose track. Oh wait, this is right here. Okay, we might as well do this, right? It's like literally right here. First of all, let's actually figure out where the hell we are. You also have, like, Yorgs, which are the shark enemies. I think that's right, Yorg. Yeah, I wish you didn't say this little opening bit every time, but at least you can speed through it in this version. Not sure about GameCube. Cliff Plateau Isles. Nice. Hey, Small Fry, do you know about the Nintendo Gallery? The only way in there is to hit a switch that's way up high in the Forest Haven. But the only way to do that would be to bribe one of the seagulls by putting a little bait on your head. And that's all the info I've got to offer. Yeah, I'm like 90% sure you can hit it with the bow. It's just really annoying for obvious reasons. Like, not recommended. There's also a side quest here, by the way, involving watering trees, but it's really, really annoying to do right now, I'm pretty sure. Like, we could probably get away with it here, but like, I don't want to deal with that right now. We'll tackle that another time. You can see the croc up there, actually. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how to handle the fishmen, like, how much I want to chart out every island. To be fair, there's like something good in almost every island, so hypothetically you would probably naturally come across like most things of note. But yeah, it's just something I'm thinking about. It's like, I wonder how I should tackle it. I have no magic. That's a predicament, actually. Because I think I need magic for this. Yeah, I forgot to restock after doing the little glide, now that I think about it. Oopsie. God, just pray the enemies have some magic for us. Else we might have wasted our time. Oh, just one of those. God damn it. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if I can do this now. Wait, no, I'm silly. I can break these and check before all hope is lost. No dice. I know my luck. Actually, dumb question. Can you collect these with the boomerang? Oh. Well, it's a rupee anyway. So yeah, I might not actually be able to do this. Well, that sucks. Wait, no, I have magic, because you get magic when you go into the Deku thing. The little plant thingy. Yeah, no, it's fine. I'm silly. I forgot that they accounted for that. So I think we need a torch, now that I think about it. So like that. Hop in. Go across. Carefully platforming. Throw. And then glide. I was wondering if that would catch us on fire, but it's fine. And there's the Korok in question. But we won't talk to them right away. We'll talk to them closer to actually tackling the quest in question. Alrighty, this should be a treasure chart, and I don't know what the treasure inside the cavern is. It's probably just a rupee or something. Oh, this is a blue choo-choo, by the way. They're very annoying, because they're electrified, but they have blue choo-choo. Oh, you got some blue choo jelly, keeping your spoils bag. Deep within blue choo-choos is such gelatinous essence that is said to be a magical cure-all. But unfortunately, it can't be used in its current form. There's only a limited number of blue choo-choos, so if you defeat them all without collecting enough blue choo-choo jelly, you're just kind of SOL. Like, you literally can't get the reward from that, which sucks. Obviously. I should have gotten this first, because that actually clears away all the gunk around the area. But yeah. Also the rupees keep respawning, so if you want, like, infinite money, you can just keep going in and out of this cave, I guess. It's slow, but hey, whatever works. If it floats your boat, I won't judge. But with that, we got a lot done, actually, this stream. I was not expecting to get through both dungeons in their entirety, minus the one chest and Dragon Roost, on one stream. So I'm really happy with how our progress is going so far. Climb aboard, and then save our game. And that's gonna be it for today. Alrighty, I'm tired. That was a long stream. I say as if it wasn't just the normal length of my streams. But, the part that I'm debating on my wisdom of planning. Wow, my brain is being weird right now. Why am I wording things so bad? What I'm trying to say is I think I've been off more than I can chew with streams. I think I'm overcommitting, and I'm like, I'm gonna do a bunch of streams today. And it's like, oh. I'm probably gonna burn myself out this week, aren't I? It's fine. I mean, next stream will probably be short, at the very least. Hopefully. So, thank you all for watching. Next stream should be tomorrow. Tomorrow's a PlayStation State of Play, so I'm gonna react to it. I don't know if it'll be a live reaction, because that requires me to go to bed at a reasonable hour, and wake up at a reasonable hour, and then get out of bed at a reasonable hour. So the earliest is 2 Pacific, when it's actually happening. Am I promising 2 Pacific? Absolutely not. It could be more like 3:30, because it's apparently over an hour, which means it won't be over until probably like 3:10 my time, and I don't want to accidentally join in on like a big spoiler at the end. So what I'm gonna do is deliberately hold off on starting it until I have confirmation. And again, someone like Serena, I might ask Serena to just DM me a link, basically. If I'm up on time, I'll react to it live, which means I'll be eating lunch during Wolverine, which is great timing. I'm totally not going to feel ill. Wednesday. Guess who's extremely ADHD and still has not started Mina the Hollower? So on Wednesday, I'm hoping to start Mina the Hollower for our first look, quick look kind of stream. Play about 2 to 3 hours and see how we feel. I'm a little bit worried because I'm hearing it's very Souls-like, but like people say that about Tunic too, and I like Tunic a lot. I like Tunic a normal amount. So, yeah, I'm still willing to give it a shot, even if Souls games aren't really my cup of tea. And then, of course, we have Friday. I swore I almost had something for Thursday too, but I don't think I actually do. But Friday, yeah, no, I'm not doing Summer Games Fest. I've already ranted about that today. I have no interest, and I just think on a moral level, I do not want to support Summer Games Fest at this point. But if you do, that's fine. That's your prerogative. That's where my line in the sand is. Everyone's different in that way. But because of that, we're just going to be playing Wind Waker again. Hopefully making our way to... Crayfish. I had to remember the name. And also, probably based on this guide, doing a ton of optional stuff along the way, just for the sake of staying on track with this guide. So yeah, we might not do much story progress tomorrow, actually. Yeah, we might not actually get much story progress the next time. But we're still gonna get a lot done, at the very least. Yeah, no, it's gonna be a bit till we get to Greyfish, based on the guide's suggested order. But yeah, that'll be next week, and then next Monday we'll be back to Wind Waker, probably on main story by then. I don't know how much main story, because we'll get bombs by then, so I don't know how much we'll open up then. But again, we got through 2 dungeons today. Mind you, there are 5 dungeons in this game, not counting Forsaken Fortress, which is kind of like a half dungeon. So it's like, yeah, we made decent progress today. But this is where the game starts to open up more, so we'll see how this goes. Yeah, if you enjoyed the stream, you can follow for notifications of when I go live. I have a YouTube channel for edited down versions of streams into an episodic format. I have a VOD channel for full archive minus breaks where people aren't talking. I have a Blue Sky for posting updates of when I go live and other stuff of interest to me. I have a Ko-Fi as a tip jar, and I have a Throne for sending me gifts. I really misplaced my hand on that keyboard. Okay. The latter two being completely optional, but any additional support is greatly appreciated. I'm tired. Like, I'm very out of it. And I'm like, people are either, like, doing spoilery stuff for me or others, or they are people of an audience size that make me nervous to raid, because I'm a small streamer and get nervous about raiding people, because I am a scaredy cat. So I might just end here. But yeah, next stream will hopefully be tomorrow. Either 2 if we're doing it live, or like 3:30 if we're doing it not live. We'll see how it all pans out. But yeah, thank you all for watching. Thanks for all the support, as always. And we'll be back soon with even more streams, hopefully. But yeah, thank you all again, and I hope everyone has a good rest of your evening, and a good night. Take care, everyone!